Alright. YouTube is receiving my content. Right. I'm audible and everything. Okay. This is slightly out of schedule, so I'm afraid I'm messed something up. No matter. I think we're ready. I'm a few minutes late, but that's okay. We have to go through Dargonis now. I see. We just got, what's his face, Solomorn. That's what happened last time. Something came up yesterday, so I couldn't stream then. Something came up today, so I only just now am able to stream. But this will make up for Monday. Up here, right? Yeah. I got 2 things I gotta do here? That's crazy. We're being attacked. Hello, what happened yesterday? Oh, just a family thing. I stream at noon in my time zone, so if someone wants to have lunch with me, then I just... I'm not gonna say no to my family so I can play a video game for 3 hours. You know how it goes, I'm sure.
The battleground beckons!
Just wait till it's Sig's turn and I'll kill everyone here.
Pain is but an illusion!
Why does this guy have 5 exploits, by the way? That's crazy. What, do you feel extra happy today? I don't know, but I am glad to hear it.
A genius.
I think I'm in a good mood as well. You're pink, aren't you? Yeah. Let's buff ourselves.
Schemes within schemes.
And you're not tired? But it's good to get like an actually good night's sleep. Even if that's not all the time.
Another one is shattered.
Did I gain daring and then lose it immediately somehow? You're not supposed to be there.
A wicked thought.
It's okay. Well, actually, it's probably better to do this. And then maybe this will kill. Didn't expect it to do that much damage. Nice.
Let's see.
It's a problem you fell asleep at 1 AM. Oh, well.
Maelstrom of madness.
Sometimes your body has the opposite effect, where it knows that you should be asleep,
War is
but you're
my
not,
muse.
so it kind of freaks out and it's like, oh, well, that must be a good reason for it. So it gives you a little bit of extra energy.
Face claims another one.
I made that up completely. Don't take that as truth.
Step by step I lead. Another one is shattered. Fate claims another one.
It's a shame I don't have enough AP to kill everything. Let's see.
Another one is shattered.
Alright, let's move you over there.
Shattered foes in my wake.
I'll only have enough AP to
Ooh, another
kill all
scar
but
to
one
my
guy.
collection. A new note in Discord of a predictable downfall. A wicked thought.
Probably should pull that down. Harder to get
Another
to.
one is shattered.
Alright, over here.
Oh, the storm approaches.
Or even move over here to that provocation, maybe, if I have to get to Abelard. Move all the way over
A
here.
dance of blades and shadows.
And then there's the thing that gives you the extra MP.
As honor ordains.
And then maybe you can not go there? That's fine.
Death comes in silence.
Use
Let
Death
not the righteous fear. May their blades be sharp. Come, the other side awaits.
Alright. That was a good warm-up.
They will see. Oh, yes. They all will see.
I wonder how close I am to leveling. Yeah, not really. That's fine. I don't need to level anymore. I'm already over-leveled for the DLC. I need to heal. There we go. Got 2 objectives here, don't I? Or I thought I did. Doesn't matter. There was one bad thing that happened today. Hopefully not too bad. Well, it can't have been too bad if you forgot about it until just now. Let's see. Oh, I should talk to this guy. What do you have? It's 5 string. And deals 100% more damage. That's pretty good. Whenever Cybermaster falls unconscious, gains a stacking 100% bonus to damage dealt until the end of combat. That's nice. 200% more damage. 75. I can't get more profit, I think. Cybermaster gains... Wow. This is just Mach 1, though. How do I get higher? That's insane. Okay, yeah, take this. I mean, getting plus 15 strength, extra wounds, and 250 more damage. Yeah, that's amazing. Don't think I can get much else. Like, no, you. Okay. Where is the... Where's your stuff? Is it accessories? Yes. Yeah, let's just direct upgrade. Easy. So, what am I doing? I'm probably talking to you guys, aren't I? Marshall. Do I talk to you? Trader, the Marshal is ready to meet with you. Do you wish to commence the audience? You and some other people got paired with the worst player in PE and you just takes up time and is super annoying. Well, PE is a free class, at least where I live. For the most part, just showing up is at least half your grade. What does this guy want to see me about? Do not know the details, but I would assume the procedure is the same as it was in Lady Theodora's time. Personal introduction, a reaffirming of allyship between the dynasty and the Adeptus Arbites, and a discussion of tithe-related affairs. Alright, yeah, sure, I'm ready. Too markedly distinct, you have a new portrait. You're gonna be a prominent figure in this DLC, aren't you? Two markedly distinct figures approach your throne. Marching in front is a man clad in Adeptus Arbites armor. He carries his helmet in the crook of his arm, but its stern facade serves him well as any visor could. He bows to you sharply. Marshal Strax of the Adeptus Arbites, I can read. Dry Shadow follows after the Marshal, an old woman, familiar to you and likely to generations of clerks of the Administrating Palace. The ampleness of her robes gives the illusion that the Master of Seals is hovering rather than walking. I forgot that you had a portrait. One bows. Rogue Trader Sigmund von Blancius. I, Prefect and Scribo Voltaire, and greet you on behalf of the Adeptus Administratum. I will now begin the due procedure of official address to the ruler of Dargonus as formalized by Amendment FN 10 to Law SK 941. May your name be wreathed in glory for centuries to come. May your fortunes ever proliferate, and may the God Emperor bestow upon you a duty of his chosen. This groaning is making you weary. Seems she intends to go on for a good while longer. I'll hear you out. The Prefect resumes her elaborate formula. You notice a few poorly concealed yawns and frenzied blinking among the crowd. The speech drags on for another 5 minutes, but you pass this test of fortitude honorably. At last, the Prefect's address comes to an end. I did think Inscribia was a bit on the nose. 34 generations, my family has served in the Adeptus Administratum. That's given a name befitting one who comes from a long line of scribes. I actually kind of figured that too. Prefect looks at you without blinking. She's either ignoring your disrespectful tone or has genuinely failed to notice it. Applard, what are these people doing here? Delegation of the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites is accommodated in the Von Blancius territory so that they may tally and collect the imperial tithe from your worlds. Lord Captain, the Lady Theodora graciously provided them with premises where they could perform their duties and authorize them to restructure the dynasty's archives. If I may continue for you. Prefect steps forward, dragging her feet slightly. As per the decree of Von Blancius Ord 0373N, the representatives of the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites are sanctioned to use the Palace of Justice, oversee tithe collection in the Protectorate, and review any and all cases of tithe avoidance, tithe exceedance, or other irregularities. These rights have been formalized in numerous pacts and statuettes, as they say. Under the main decree, considering your new position, you may have yet to acquaint yourself with all these documents. You are the successor of Lady Theodora, whose alliance with our two sacred organizations forever glorified her as a rogue trader closely tied to the executors of Holy Terra's will. And we, as representatives of the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites, must verify that you are able to maintain this alliance that has brought such repute to your dynasty. Prefect scrutinizes you as just trying to estimate your proportions and weight. That's why we have arrived in person. The present circumstances have provided us with a chance to see if your intentions concord with those for the late Von Blancius. Did I say Theodora? I'm like half putting on a voice for these characters, so sometimes I say things a bit weird. And half the time, not intentional. That's a lot of titles that you told me before. Proportionate to my duties, your lordship, while I am involved with the Administratum's archiving cogitators, I proudly bear the title of Master of Seals, I can read. In all other circumstances, I am a mere prefect. This distinction allows me to organize my work in due fashion. As you surely understand, my clarity and order are critical components to the sacred acts of maintaining and managing records. Sounded like I said Theodora. That's fine. What circumstances are those? Prefect's lips contort into a twist. Our work has been disrupted by unforeseen setbacks regarding communication and transportation. So our requisitioned assets were not adequately prepared. We have lost some of our personnel and resources as a result. Our traders are too short-handed to perform all the duties expected of them since they first arrived in the Expanse. Their numbers, limited from the outset, have only continued to dwindle. After analyzing the situation in accordance with Amendment yada yada to Decree yada yada, we have decided to notify you of a tide violation committed by one of the worlds of the region. We represent this regrettable lapse must be rectified as quickly as possible. Old One shivers and rubs her augmented hands together with an unnerving creak. You're saying it's my job? Not at all. You are the Emperor's anointed, and you act solely of your own volition. Marshal's voice makes the enforcers in the room flinch. Prefect, on the other hand, speaks softly, and yet you can hear every word as if she were standing directly beside you. Your predecessor, Lady Theodoa, may light the throne of the illuminate on her. May the light of the throne illuminate her path. I can read, I promise. In the death, she always sought to address the needs of both the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites, because she realized how blessed and important our work is for the good of the Imperium, to say nothing of the fact that she honored the laws of her own dynasty. That's not what I hear. I hear she did a whole bunch of bad stuff. Which world am I heading to then? Thasria, feudal world, far from the main routes that was bereft of the Imperium's light, that we discovered less than 2 centuries ago. Supplies, agricultural resources, and manpower. I hope you'll pay me adequately. The material compensation should satisfy you. An arbitrator will be assigned to you for increased security. Proctor Anthar, front and center. Marshal's voice thunders over the arbitrator ranks. Solomon Anthar marches over to the throne, his cyber mastiff at his heel. Alright, I'll go do what I can. The Emperor protects. Marshal makes a sign of the equivalent, an emotion so sharp that you can practically hear it cutting the air. Prefect adjusts her ocular lenses and a weary sigh. Once again, no specifics given, of course, in my reports. Nobody ever stops to think. Maybe catch yourself and offers you a bow. Alright, to Thessaria, or whatever they said. I think that's where you have to go. We got a cool thing for our dog. He's gonna be arguably one of the stronger people in my party now. I believe I've been everywhere in every system, so I've probably just missed this planet. It could be in that one system that had all the Drakari places that I couldn't explore at all. I don't remember any this area. 6 days left in school, glad to hear it. In my book, summer started a while ago, but that's the one place I haven't been. Who knows, maybe American standards aren't different from like, your Finnish or Swedish, one of the two. Those countries are relatively close to each other. Ship's augers registered an emission of unknown radiation in one of the chambers. As a result, some of the voidsmen have now have glowing irises, which has proven to be quite beneficial in the performance of their duties. 11th of June, nice. Vessel's confessors are in doubt and suggest it may be an outward sign of corruption. Yeah, it's fine, who cares? Ah! Fear provoked by the eerie glow of the voidsman's eyes gripped the lower decks. Many of the afflicted vanished, mostly victims of ruthless vigilante justice. Those whose eyes burned the brightest did not survive the translation to real space, while the rest were stuck with severe sickness. No, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, when did I get those? Am I gonna use them? It's nice to have them, though. Permission to report. Your proctor has arrested my voidsman and is demanding his execution. A repeat offender, he says. Please do something, Captain. Who's the voidsman? He's one of mine, not as big of an idiot as the rest of the idlers. He understands the control systems, he can make sense of the readouts. him, a repeat offender. Just got 2676 on the hardest 1445 hardest in the 1445 hardest level in Geometry Dash. I don't know what any of that means, but if you're bragging about it, it's probably impressive, right? Alright, I'm gonna see what this is about. Consider it done, Captain. You've been here like an hour, Solomon. You don't know who's a repeat offender or not. And Captain, I beg you to look into this outrage. The cyber horror nearly chewed up my assistants. One of them's been left without 2 of his fingers. Instead of calming his beast, the arbitrator attacked my crewman. Solomon waits for the end of Master Helmsman's words and coolly turns to you. His crewman is a wanted man, arbitrator. He's accused of subverting sacred tithe shipments, smuggling, kidnapping the Imperium subjects, and bribing officials. Were we not on your flagship, I would have executed the heretic on the spot. But here, you are the authority, and you are the court. If I'm the authority, then why did you dog first, ask questions later? The bastard tried to run when he saw me. His fellow crew members hesitated and didn't make way for me. No time to find out if they were abetting the perpetrator or just attacking, or just panicking. I can read, sorry. So I had to use Glacio, as I said, or Glyto, for suppression purposes. And why are you so certain this is the guy? Because I was personally involved in tracking down and purging the shadows of the Abyss crime syndicate to which the perpetrator belongs. The case was in Calixus, old of Helvetica Prime. For arbitrators, time and distance do not mitigate guilt. The man before you is the former captain of the smuggling ship owned by the syndicate. Check the heretic's left arm. Every syndicate member has a distinctive implant by which they recognized each other. Use that implant's signature that Glacio picked up on during his patrols. How did a criminal from Calixus get over here? He was among the servants sent to you by Governor Medine. Reward, did you know about this? If I went sticking my head into the past of every one of the hundreds of people in the crew, I wouldn't have time to steer your ship. All I know is that when everything went into Grok shit in Rykad Minoris, this one oversaw the work at the docks so that fools didn't trample each other to death in their panic. And later, he ran into a friend at the port on footfall. They found us some parts within a day. He even got arms growing out of the right place. He's even got arms growing out of the right places. Might even make it to junior helmsman. He keeps it up. Accused, got anything to say? Long-haired voidsman flinches when you address him. Your lordship, governor of Helvetica Prime, was a scumbag who abhorred the light of the god emperor. Things he did to the people under him. He only survived by stealing from him, or else we'd have ended up in a corpse pit, like 1 or 4 did after a distribution, I can read, station accident. Once I got out of there, that was it. I was out of that business for good, and when I found myself in your service, I realized that it was a gift of fate. I'd be a fool if I didn't repay such good fortune with my wholehearted toil. Okay. What your orders, arbitrator? Master Helmsman shoots a look of naked dislike at Solomon. And the white ship requires a bit less scrap. Or I gain some money. Both of those are pretty good. Reward this taunted helmsman, voidsman is your responsibility. Should he commit any misdeeds henceforth, you will have to answer for them. Yes, Captain. Your voice is turned to grimace, momentarily dissipates. The case is closed. With your permission, I'll return to my duties. Alright, so as I was doing... I guess that was a fun way to skip a level 3 fight. Right? Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Granted, it probably would have taken about as much time as that conversation did. Now, Captain, we have received a voxcast from Thessera. I don't know how to say it. Thessera, that's how you say it. I've decided. Signal quality is rather poor, but the meaning is clear. The world is expecting your lordship's arrival. Great festivities have been arranged, and a delegation led by the planetary governor is ready to give you a welcome worthy of an honored guest. We'll go there last. I'll check out everywhere else first. Should heal. Nothing. Bit of XP though. Granted, 50 XP isn't going to get me very far nowadays. Is this a burning world? No, it's probably like a volcano or something. Lava, I was close. Amid the lifeless rocks and lava lakes, the ship's augurs have detected something resembling buildings. Something off with their outlines, but their presence in of itself suggests that there may be some valuables to uncover among the ruins. On a scouting team. Scouts are able to discern symbols of the Imperium on the buildings. Deformed and fused together by high temperatures, ore mining structures tell a sad story. Centuries ago, the planet and all its riches perished beneath the radiance of the system's expanding sun. Okay. That doesn't help me now, though. I thought it would be something. What are you? Just a planetoid. Okay. Let's quick save. And then we'll go to Thessera. Hello, Thessera. Pleasure to meet you. You get a unique loading screen. That's fun. I wonder what would happen if I came here before the DLC. Maybe it's only here because of the DLC, because I hadn't been here before. No, I thought I was everywhere. Minus the to the Imperium at the very bottom of the map. We took care of that. Didn't know horses existed. That's crazy. Can't believe the Rogue Trader DLC canonized horses to the Warhammer universe. Since when was it so hot in the UK? Since it became summer, probably. Hello, you. You have a weird vibe about you. Richly dressed man riding a sinewy horse breaks off from the procession. When he approaches, you immediately notice a strange detail. His face is pinned to his head with precious fastenings that stretch the skin across his skull. Is that true? Oh yeah, I kind of see it. It's the late spring. I consider it summer right now. Celestial guests, there is no higher honor for us than to extend our hospitality to such noble eminences. His Celestial Highness, the Rogue Trader, an illustrious judicator, I think that's how you say that word, of the Imperium. All of Passera clamors, trembles, and cheers. Roldo the Fair-Faced, Governor of Passera, at your service. The Fair-Faced, you say? I appreciate your courteous welcome. However, we have come here to address a grave concern. But of course, your Celestial Highness. It would be my pleasure to discuss whatever topic you have in mind. That said, you've had such a long and perilous journey behind you. Like any self-respecting host, I must first propose... Oh, hey, it's a Red Hood guy. I saw that portrait for a single frame. It's a Martian. Bluff the Quartz Fool. Oh, okay. Smaller figure steps out of the crowd, dressed in the motley attire of a Quartz Fool and wearing a sneering mask. My name is Bluff. I am Lord Roldo's good mood. I tickle his governorship with well-spouted jests and itty-bitty gossip. And now I merrily doff my cap to our celestial lords and ladies and hand them this here key to Passera as a token of our boundless loyalty. Cool. Bows and offers you his gift. That's a freaky looking lower face you got there. Lower half of your face. Abelard, take this. I don't want to lower myself to this guy. If that's a bomb, you're gonna explode, not me. Huh. Abelard, wearing a grim expression, accepts the gift you said. Through comically exaggerated gestures, Fool displays his grief at having been unable to hand you the key directly, and steps back into the governor's shadow. Being the paragon of grace that he is, would my celestial lord perhaps also deign to feast his ears on the latest Thessarian gossip to go with my gift? Cassie, what's this guy look like? Governor's heavy gold-stitched jacket adds a certain presence to his figure, but cannot hide how poor of a rider he is. The way his boots dig into the horse's sides, his hands fiddling with the reins, his trembling fingers, all speak of nervousness and a lack of control. Tell me your gossip. Well, slap my grocks. Fine, then. Listen to this. One-Eye, terror of the common man, once out a Theban one day. Sneaks into a hut, itching to fill up his sack, and what sees he? Scary big shadow on the floor. He turns around, and right behind him a giant, a monster. Hands like imperial columns. It grabs him by the throat and starts beating the air out of him like he's a ball of dough. Turns out, he's popped by Murgit's place, and she used to work to the bone mill no worse than 10 men. She used to work to the bone mill no worse than 10 men could when she was young. Fellow's been one eye ever since, and who is he glad he's not one arm or one leg? Having finished his nonsensical tale, Fool erupts into acerbic giggling. What happened to your face, Roldo? Roldo touches his stretched-out countenance. Oh, this is a tradition, fine tradition that I myself brought to this world. You see, there is a way to tame the merciless passage time. All you need is to find a young and healthy face, appropriate it, and attach it over your own fading skin. When local nobility eagerly took to this art of extending one's life in youth, and I, once a celestial lord myself, now promote this custom by personal example, so I may showcase its wonderful properties. It's a tradition that you yourself brought to this world, so you're the only guy that does it then. I think I am still not Dogmatic 2 yet, so I should pick this one. Grant each rejuvenated individual regular youth, levy, and overtime duties. After all, look at our health and long life to the servants of the Imperium. Most assuredly, your celestial highness. I shall proclaim this decree to this very day. Buddha smiles, causing his attached face to crease in an unsettling way. Celestial Highness, by the way, what's up with that? This is what we call the Highborn, who come down to us in their wondrous vessels. Of course, I'm not a native of Thessera, and thus was once a Celestial Lord myself. I have grown used to the local customs, however, and so I address you like any Thessarian would. And where are you from? From a distant civilized world, yes. Thessera lacks much of what I was accustomed to, yet after my appointment here, I quickly grew to love this planet with all my heart. Hope that during your visit, you too will come to feel at least some affection for Thessera. Frodo abruptly changed his subject, allowing to say more about his native world. The reason for this is unclear. Abelard announced me. Blood goes his throat. His Lordship Sigmund von Valentius, inheritor of the greatest protectorate of the Cronus Expanse and bearer of the sacred warrants, has graced Thessera with his presence in order to discuss the matters pertaining to this planet's tithe. Enough. According to data protocol Flux Sigma UX 11.4, this middle-class planet, type feudal, estimare rating, and its estimare rating reflects a strategic value from 0 to... That's quite the scale, I think, right? I assume it goes like A 1000 and then it'd go like B1 or B0. And Z 1000 is probably bottom of the barrel, so this guy's like middle of the road but slightly above that. With an assigned tithe grade of Solutio Extremis. I don't know what that is. Has not provided its due tithe amount in full. You violated the Lex and are hereby under investigation. You are to present all related customs reports and shipping manifests immediately. Parker's voice carries no emotion, and Galactus silently bares his teeth, completing the image of the implacable hand of justice that has arrived at Thessera. I am most flattered by your attention, esteemed Judicator, and by this opportunity to serve the Imperium with even greater dedication than before. Speaking of dedication, we are already conducting a thorough inspection to see which scribe it was that bungled the tithe calculation. Fear not, scoundrel Salshundi. Excuses are a hallmark of the guilty. Do not make your situation worse, Governor. He claps his hand together and says meekly, "Of course, Master Judicator. I'll provide you with all the documents as soon as our internal review is complete. I assure you, it will not take long. The report itself will be exhaustive." Daunted by your silence, Governor squirms nervously in his saddle. Well, in that case, please proceed to the castle. All of Thessera has been awaiting your arrival, busily preparing the finest dishes and entertainments in your honor. So I fear it may be challenging for you to avoid attention. Let's have a court lady accompany you. You have a portrait as well. And the woman emerges into the torchlight, looking at you with a mixture of fear and awe. Her diminutive figure is practically drowning in her velvet and silk dress. Her resplendent necklace of blue stone adorns her neck. Maiev, my celestial lord, at your service. Maiev, I think that's how I say it. Someone in this closer and says in a voice. Based on my experience, I would say we've been assigned a spy under a pretense of generosity. But this is a good thing. We will use this young woman as our source of information about this world. For now, it would be wise to play along and question her thoroughly once we are away from prying ears. Why don't you have a second face? Such living masks are the privilege of the high nobility. I may not be a commoner, but to be entitled to a change of face, that is something I have yet to earn. My casts a fascinated eye over the nobles whose faces, inasmuch they are theirs. Is that a typo, or is that an actual word? are stretched tight over their metal textures, many of their mouths frozen in an unnatural smile, and it is hard to tell whether this is a consequence of a tightness or simply an eager show of delight. Look at this one, she has barely risen above the bottom, yet she already shoots for the privileges of the top. Greedy hands are wont to get chopped off. So what kind of entertainment are we talking about? Tadua the Scorched is hosting a public trial for a few guilty wretches today. We're doing. Your idea of entertainment is a court case? You don't have Dragon Ball or anything? I also overheard that the Council of the Syrian Nobility is preparing a special gift for you. Besides those, our mechanical orchestra, only one on Thessera, will be playing all evening. And of course, you'll also get to see the crowning jewel of Lord Rodo's collection, his maned metal harnessed beast. Little beasties like to play, people are their favorite prey. Chomp and munch. Champ and chomp and munch and crunch, I can read. Look, it snapped your head away. Screams and tears and gore and more. Happy beastie, happy day. You have a servitor orchestra? Though at most only once in a generation, even Thessera receives visits from time to time. Your Celestial Highness. One day, an entire delegation from a foreign world arrived with those mechanical musicians in tow. We were immediately smitten with them. Sadly, our performers have now fallen into a sorry state. Thessera's humid air makes their preservation difficult, and you see, we don't have a single crimson-clad holy man or woman left. I mean, we have this guy. All we can do now is offer up prayers of our own, burn oils, and do everything else the old writings say, even though we have no hope of understanding them. Judging by the stench, the servitors, or more specifically parts of them, made flesh, will not last much longer. Slime oozes from rust holes, every other lifeless eye is adorned with cataracts, and their mouths are like corpse dumps filled with shards of rotten teeth. Every wrong note their instruments play is accompanied by the mournful screeching of servo motors, and sparks flashing from dangling wires. I can read. Pascal's optical visor fills with a deep red, and his box speaker erupts into a howl of pain fury. I'm registering heretical sacrilege born from the stupidity of self-entitled laity. Commandments allow not a false prophet to touch upon the mysteries of the Omnissiah has been violated. The commandment, offend not the Omnissiah by negligent misservice, has been trampled. This will turn into an angry, stifled wheeze. What scoundrel was it that thought to burn sacred unguents instead of incense? Hey, what a nice necklace, I want it. When they trigger Perils of the Ward, they gain a whole bunch of points. And do not provoke attacks of opportunity until the end of the turn. Whenever Perils of the Ward is triggered. I mean, that's decent, actually. That's really good, I think. Like, give that to Idra, who's my only psyker. Or maybe I could use that heretical sword I got that triggers Perils of the Warp sometimes. Who knows? Maya's gasp with trembling hands, she removes her necklace and offers it to you with a curtsy. Also, does this mean that she's a psyker? I'll have to keep that in mind. Lord Rudo generously gave it to me. This stone is the Thesseritum Shard. Rare crystal that our planet is famed for. Truly, my celestial lord is more deserving of such a gift. Well, our celestial lord is not one to mince words. I can read. He up and tells the specks of the soles of his shoes where they belong. Alright, just pretend I'm your friend now. Afraid that is easier said than done, my celestial lord. It would be like trying to imagine a mighty sun as a tiny ember. I'll do my best not to anger you by acting too nervous. I fidgets anxiously in her dress. Perhaps my celestial lord would like to attend the feast or the execution. I can tell by what I'm hearing that our executioner's already lit up the best Morpheus, ready to give the condemned a warm welcome, which means the governor's official whisper collector, that's me, has a whole lot of important business to get to. And so I must leave you now, good sirs and ladies, lest I miss out on a hot batch of juicy tales. Terribly pleased to meet you all, honored judicator. Bluff grasps Selmer's hand and gives it a vigorous shake. That's powerful, of course. Where he can even blink the Cyber Master beside him, sinks his teeth into Bluff's forearm, jerking it back and forth on fury. Attack lasts only for a moment, but when Glypto lets go, the fool's limb is already torn to shreds. A cry of pain, Bluff leaps away and melts into the roiling cloud. Saruman muffles Glacia's neck and turns to you. Feudal warlords were rarely known for their bureaucratic precisions. Reconnaissance on the ground will tell us more than any report hastily scribbled down by these blockheads. I suggest we attend this trial and see how the laws of this planet are enforced. We have plenty of time. First, I want to loot this place. If they've got things like that necklace, then I definitely want to check. I see no reason not to. Who knows what evidence we might discover? What secrets their lord might hide, her lord, our guide, might share. Saruman gives Maeve an honest look that makes her shudder timidly. Saruman looks at the throng, currently standing at you in wonder and trepidation. So, Celestial Lord, your coming is a historic event for these people. Rest assured, the locals will be watching your every move, and every single word or careless gesture from you, they will transform their lives on this underdeveloped world. You got it, dude. No, we're not done yet. No, we are done. Okay, so... yeah, there's a lot of stuff. This place is big.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Is there any more this way? No, there's plenty this way. Let's grab this if we can. Someone will find their way through.
Over there.
Oh, there's a bomb just in the... okay. Someone take care of this. I'm the best demo guy? Oh no.
Genius triumphs. What is that?
Nope.
What curiosity unveils itself before me?
Mike, don't you dare blow these up.
Applaud my brilliance!
I hope that bell isn't telling me I'm out of time.
Done.
A whatever sword. And something for an eagle, but I don't care about. I mean, maybe I could give Solomon something that isn't a dog? I don't think so. I don't know how to change it. He probably is fixed so that he can't not have Plato. Let's go this way. I'm going to assume that bell is just ambience. And that I'm not in the actual timer. I'm the highest authority on this place, so I can wait as long as I want. They'll have to wait for me.
We should deal with
What
this.
lies beyond?
Deal with us. Oh, someone grab that. Take your time, Pascal. No. Can we go here though? No. Well, we could. First, let's grab this. Get it off my map. Let's go here. No, cutscene. Didn't intend to go this way, but whatever you say, game. gray-haired noble. As you approach, the nobles bow gracefully. Their sewn-on faces are wrapped tightly around their skulls, and their eyes gleam with earnest subservience. One dares to address you. "O Celestial Lord, grace us with your regard. When my brother and I heard of your arrival, we immediately sought to surprise you with an exceptional gift." Ancient scrolls tell of a wonder, a mechanical sage by the name of Kajikor. It knows answers to all questions, can make other machines do its bidding, and may even predict the future. My brother and I have borne many a hardship, but we managed to acquire this magic contraption for our much-cherished guest. The box in front of you, presumably the Kajikor they speak of, exudes a strong odor of ritual oils. Made of thin planks, it is covered in so many purity seals that it seems to be held together by them alone. A stack of flimsy rough paper lies atop it. There's a micro panel with malachite buttons attached to the front. The thin slits is visible among the buttons. Abelard sighs heavily and leans over to you. Sometimes when information reaches the more backward worlds, it undergoes strange metamorphoses in the minds and unfortunate and regrettably parochial lay people. I'm received, Captain. They probably have been trying to please you. After a chrono turn of heavy silence, Pascal finally intones, "I'm registering an act of imitation of sanctity. This cultural phenomenon is typical of underdeveloped tribes. I also anticipate the discovery of cave pictograms dedicated to the divine arrival of the more advanced units." Cassio, what's it sound like? Barely audible breathing coming from the box. Whoever's inside wants very much not to be noticed. Glacier stalks toward the box and bares his fangs, while Solomon frowns grimly at the device. I promise. Really? Then again, what else could you expect from this ignorant world? I am going to ask this Kajikor something. If I may advise, Celestial Lord, in order to receive an answer, why don't you take a piece of paper and slide it into the hole here. Then, touch this stone and ask the question loudly and clearly. Answer yes or no only. Is your next answer going to be no? Miraculous device reluctantly accepts the offered paper and makes a vague moan-like sound. After a languid moment of waiting, you're presented with a sheet that reads error, which most likely means error. Kachikor, what's the distance between the earth and sky? The sheet you offer is consumed with a speed beyond that of an ordinary autoquill. After a few moments, the sheet returns with a single notation. Lots. Okay. What does this future have in store for me? Glory everlasting. What is the punishment for liars and frauds? Immolation. Please don't. I see. Solomon folds his arms and leans toward the slot. His voice ringing with steel. Machines cannot feel fear. Kajikor, they can only meekly accept their fate. Proctor catches your gaze and shrugs. Could not myself. Enough questions. As you wish, do not hesitate to pose more questions. It has enough ink for many more answers. What a rare and magnificent gift. I will be honored to display it in my chambers. I would deliver the opportunity to please the Celestial Lord. May this sagacious machine assist you in your endeavors. I think that's how you say that. Alright, Kajikor. Let's see. What's this? Nothing. What's this?
A mere setback.
That's true.
Patience! My
I didn't know
nerves
that could
are
happen.
frayed.
That'd be good if I got it a bit earlier in the game. Pascal, open this.
Operation Successful.
What's this?
Assignment completed.
Managed to forge shells and cases in the well-known feudal world. There's no doubt it's still there. Alright. As I was, well, let's figure out this. It's Cabela, not my Medicaid person. She has like a bajillion Medicaid, doesn't she?
A bitter end.
Someone disfigured the corpse's face and threw the body off the pyramid. Do you not have like a bajillion Medicaid? That's crazy. I guess I gave a lot of the Medicaid. No, I didn't. Weird. Thought I gave something Medicaid related. Oh yeah, that one. There. What's this? Well, first let's open this gate. Open up.
Another notch!
Now climb up here.
Applaud my brilliance!
What is this? Really good nothing. What's this? Should have come here. Alright, back up. Anything around? I've collected everything about here.
Curiosity sings in my veins. There, done.
Now go up. Bengals here, yeah? I think so. Padua? I've heard that name. You go further up here. Maybe an awareness check?
In this tapestry of a world,
As a child, I was captivated by the chronicles of the feudal world Urban II. Knights clad in shining armor riding their fine steeds, battling enemies of humanity, and holding feasts after their victories. But this world has only grey and mud.
The same is true for many worlds in the Imperium, Lady Cassia. You should accustom yourself to that fact.
And then behind my camera, maybe there's something over here. Cyber Velocirax, is that what you say? It was 150. No, that's not very good. Relative to what I've already got. Someone tell me what this is. Salivating profusely, the Velociraptors watch the food disappear into people's throats, judging by their protruding ribs. These beasts have not been properly fed in some time. Yeah.
another notch.
There. I knew something was up here. I just forgot what it was. Is that it? Or can I go over here? I can.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will
By the
see.
deep scratches, there to be a makeshift bridge here. You can put something in its place. You can cross to the next bridge. This one. I doubt that this piece is sturdy enough, but it's woefully short for a bridge. How about this one? This sheet of iron could easily reach the other side of the roof, but only likely hold a person's weight. How about this? Despite the gaps, the lattice looks sturdy enough and long enough. Alright, do that. Doing a challenge now where you have to get 62, 67
Applaud my brilliance.
on the 221 hardest level in the game. I don't know what those numbers mean, but I wish you luck. Someone turn this off. And Knive, don't you dare. It's a good thing you don't count.
Done.
Alright. Ow. That is pretty bad. I mean, it's decent for, like, early game, I guess. But for this point in the game, who cares? I guess in the future I could just have Sig walk through a bunch of bombs. He's immune to injuries and traumas and such. So he doesn't need to do the checks. But it's fine. Alright, we can climb back.
Genius triumphs.
Is there anything more? I don't think I've been over here.
What lies beyond?
Oh wait, we have. I thought over there was like, I guess we haven't been over here either. Uh-oh. I didn't accidentally progress, did I? Ah. I wanted to grab more things. It's him, ruler of the stars, who descended on an iron bird. See a man with a cruel grimace on his face, and hands disfigured with burn marks. Behind him stands a ghastly-looking mechanism adorned with a polished skull of gigantic proportions. The eye sockets, their edges melted, gaze darkly on the crowd with the promise of inevitable punishment. The man, clearly the executioner, bows his head. Very messengers of the sky have come to decide our fates. We are honored, your celestial highness. Who are you? You don't have a portrait. I am Tadua the Scorched, a slaughterman of the 5th generation and a humble disciple of the Iron Saints you see before you, your celestial highness. Mr. Tadua knows no mercy, and his hand is unfailingly firm in the sacred curse of administering justice. Maya was careful to keep her posture straight, but her frightening gaze is deliberately averted from both the executioner and the mechanism behind it. What's this, like, flaming Iron Maiden? Is it the thing from Elden Ring? This instrument of punishment is a personification of the great Thesmorpheus the Martyr, who accomplished the legendary feat of slaying 300 heretics. As is glorious tradition, all mutants who affront the Emperor's gaze stain the face of Thessera must enter the saint's iron embrace. Whenever justice is served, hundreds flock to the Thesmorpheus, eager to witness a magnificent spectacle. You have just confessed your semblance of justice serves not as a demonstration of lawful authority in returns to your subjects, but as entertainment. Solomon utters the last word to discuss as if there could be no fouler profanity. Who's inside right now? Another heretic who violated the holy laws of Thessera. And, since his body is already turning to ash, such will be the fates of his name as well. Be scattered to the winds, that it may never again defile the lips of any who live upon our sacred world. Never again defile the lips. My looks ready to faint. She seems both terrified and nauseated by the sacred rite that has drawn so many onlookers. I wonder if the game's gonna let me do something really funny. I missed such a glorious display. Do you have anyone else left to burn, perchance? That was but the first of the bodies left to stoke the Thesmorpheus. It's going to get a lot busier now. As if to confirm the man's words, the fire-breathing saint expels a puff of acrid smoke. While the guilty are being reduced to ashes, let us meet the next participants in our performance. I thought it was gonna let me burn him. That would have been fun. Two people, or something resembling people, pushed onto the stage. They are mutants, hideous parodies of humanity forever tainted by the imperfections of the flesh. One of them is dressed in stained yet expensive clothes. The other wears the tattered uniform of the local guards. Your Celestial Highness, behold, two loathsome heretics who blemish the very face of Thessera with their existence. The duo chuckles, but the sneer is completely devoid of mirth. The degree of their guilt may vary, but they both deserved into the blazing bowels of the Thesmorpheus for the worst of their transgressions, distorting the sacred face of humanity. Thus, since fate has graced us with such lucky visitors, I eagerly see the right to punish these miscreants to you, Your Celestial Highness. Contrary to honeyed words, the executioner's voice betrays his poorly concealed displeasure. I can read. Yes, he purses her lips when she notices the onlooker staring at her hands, eyes, and neck. Many point their fingers shamelessly in her direction, others spit at their feet in disgust. Her chin raised high, Lady Navigator adjusts her forehead adornment with her clawed hands. Squares her shoulders, lets out a breath, and glares at the crowd with condescension. I can read. What do you mean by the degree of their guilt may vary? Theodula fixes you with a fanatical stare. One of them, despite being one of the highest lords of Thessera, spat on our world's customs by refusing to alter his destiny. The other did change his fate, even though he was just a lowborn, wallowing in the mud. What in Lex's name did I just hear? Someone raises his voice slightly, indicating the usually impassive arbitrator is proudly indignant. I normally have no trouble passing judgments, but in this case, I don't even know where to start. What do you mean by refusing to alter his destiny? A rotten stain upon the noble families. He was hiding in his manner to conceal his deformities, but had trouble keeping his mouth shut. Spread corruption among the minds of courtiers, cast aspersions on the traditions of the world, was insolent, swore profanely. Luckily, he has no heirs, and today his accursed bloodline shall be put to rest once and for all. The garbed mutant moans something, he knows stitches on his disfigured face. The zealous servants were evidently in a hurry to souse the condemned man early and sew his twisted mouth shut. What did the other guy do? A thief, a brigand, and a murderer. There's no way to list all the crimes lying upon this freak's conscience. However, his willingness to change his destiny against all odds merits at least some honor. I don't know what that means. Despite his feeble-mindedness and simplicity, he had enough sense to obscure his countenance with hoods and helmets until he made his way from beggar to guard. It was not long before his excessive passion for fighting and stabbing gave him away. He utters a foul curse under his breath, then immediately gives you a frightened look and falls silent. On your side of the Celestial Lord seems to instill a reverent awe on the common denizens of Thessera. I can read. Take those stitches out of that one guy. I want to hear what he has to say. Eager to please you, Theodula carries out the order, but his work is far from gentle. The condemned man groans and chokes in pain as the executioner pulls the threads from the flesh. Thank you. His mouth oozing blood, the mutant is unlikely to say much more. You praise the lowborn, despite the fact that you're about to throw him inside an Iron Maiden. They are both mutants, and they have thereby violated his law. Yet, when one finds a spark of nobility in an abject commoner, one cannot help but feel a grain of respect for them. This heretic may be of low birth, but he does not flout the values of Thessera the way the nobleman does, and thus honors our traditions and his will. Born into the rabble, he applied all his abilities and skills, defied the restraints placed upon him, and crushed those who stood in his path. All in order to forge a new destiny for himself. Forge a new destiny? Someone repeats slowly, and with an undertone of utter disbelief here. Even you, a degenerate, should know that a man is bound to serve the God Emperor's plan from birth, and that any attempt to change that is a violation of his will. What do you say, Maiev? Maev's gaze starts fearfully around while visibly avoiding the doomed mutants on the platform. I am too low a birth to make on the burden of being a judge, my Celestial Lord. Alright, then consider. I am ready to announce my decision. Word of a distinguished guest is law. We are trembling with anticipation. I'm gonna press this button, and I really hope it lets me burn this guy. That'd be really funny. Maiev seems to have reined in the emotions that were overtaking her, and she casts a timid glance at you and awaits a verdict. Ah, man. I let them go. Excitement in Theodula's eyes fades away. Merciful decision, Your Celestial Highness. Savor the gift of freedom bestowed upon us by the holder of the key to all destinies and by his messenger. Be gone, you disgusting spawn. Oh, what clamor! I'll wager that he heard the sound of a poor slaughterman's heart breaking all the way from the other end of Cythera. Where are you? Should I have seen you? Is he hiding behind his speech bubble? That'd be kind of funny. And now, my favorite word, next. Is that him back? The pale, bony creature, barely able to move its legs, enters the stage. In a place of a mask, it turns a horrific medley of features toward the world. Its ugliness, however, is nothing like that of the previous convicts. The thin, squeamishly twisted mouth is fused to the cheekbones, malicious eyes peer into the crowd from under hideous folds of skin. The face of this heretic appears to have melted and congealed. What is this guy guilty of? Executioner does not answer right away, but makes you wait for a moment. This crime is more grievous than any this scaffold has ever seen. He was granted a new destiny, but chose to defy it, turned away from the greatest gift that can be offered to the loyal sons and daughters of Thessera. The wretched man's gaze drifts over the crowd until his piercing eyes meets yours. His head twitches, he is contorting in a monstrous grimace. Shut up before it gets in. Whispers in a sudden frenzy. I won't give up, I won't give up, I won't. No, we didn't come here for you to stay quiet. Squeal now and squeal louder. The crowd takes up the fool's outburst and begins demanding more screams. The whispers, taking your eyes off the condemned. You are not the master of your own shadow. Shadows reign over you. You are alone. Well, they are many, but why? Where is that blasted fool? He's right there. I see him. Glance at the crowd, suddenly see the fool, prancing and flitting among the gawkers, clearly enough trying not to be spotted by you. He's right there. Shoot bluffers and stuff. I don't. Yeah, he's fine. He's just doing his job. He's supposed to make fun of authority figures. Need not hide yourself so carefully. I'm not one to punish a born fool. Laughter bubbles up from the crowd. The audience appreciates your gracious yet mocking remark. The fool makes an angry sound and flees to the cackling of bystanders. Thank you, my celestial lord. My voice is barely audible, which calls to you in a small, sad way. What happened to this guy's face? Thessarian fever. Need not worry, your celestial highness. It's not contagious. Alright, let this one go too. As Tedeo opens his mouth to say something, Convix takes a step on his clumsy, spindly legs. Then another one. The face. Pretty, strong, shining. Gnarled claw points directly at you. Give it here. Give it to me now instead of the one I bear. Take it. Take mine. It's not mine. Take it. Take it. Huh. Admin raises his crooked fingers to his face and sinks his nails into its sagging flesh, shrieking with what sounds like relief. Tears off a piece of his cheek, then another, then one more. Falling to his knees, he frantically scratches his own eyes out, smearing blood and clear ichor across his face before collapsing dead on the platform. A sudden rumble draws your attention, like a rock fall tumbling down a slope, thudding of feet and mad screams overwhelms you. After a moment, you see the source of commotion. The throng of mutants is charging straight at you. Oh, he's dead. Okay, I guess that works out.
What's an abusing attempt at defiance?
Only 19 enemies? It better be scary. Not really. Pascal, I guess we can go back. Sig, you can take care of everyone on this side. Solomon, you're gonna go over here. But it's gonna take up a lot of it. He's supposed to have 460 HP. Why does he only have 185? Abelard, you'll take over to this side. Cabela this side. Cass, I don't... you can take over to this side, I guess. Put you guys over here. Move over here. Put the rear right where you are. What is this? Why do you have that? Oh, that's probably why. Let's make this a bit easy on our future characters to use. Take care of these guys.
Successfully terminated.
Nice, okay. Let's put the front line over here.
Scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Throw a blitz. That should help out later. Yes, I want you. What happens if you just look over this way? You can get a whole bunch of people. What happens if you go a little further? And you look this way. Oh, you can get everybody then. Yeah,
Emperor,
do that.
give me strength. It's the fury of House Orcelio.
Do it again.
I'm not accustomed to now you're clad in scarlet.
Rudy. Killed half of them already. Dusting.
If I may,
Buff them even more. Or should I give him resolve? He's got enough strength, that's fine. Give him a whole turn.
I'll paint your death in colors.
Yeah, he barely even needs to do anything.
Through the smoke and gunfire.
Kill this guy.
Let's see. Unpredictable downfall.
That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
What if? Fate claims another one.
I wonder if you can throw someone in here in this fight. Probably not. Can I blitz over?
What?
No. Probably a line of sight
No.
thing. But we can move this way.
A genius at work.
Just 8 tiles, that's really fun. And then I charge
A
you.
wicked thought.
Nice. Your turn.
Let's see. Unpredictable downfall.
Okay. Teleport. Or can you blitz thing? No. Teleport. Go right there.
A wicked thought. Let's see. Another one.
And then you.
Schemes. You are marked for demise.
I actually really thought that would kill, honestly.
Behold my artistry.
That's fine. This will.
Another one.
Your turn.
A wicked thought. Another one.
Last and maybe least. You.
Let's see. You are marked for unpredictable downfall.
Why does that guy bleed white? Why white of all colors? Your Celestial Highness, apologies for my late arrival. Wasted a great deal of time in idle squabbles with that oaf of the treasurers he was looking for the shipment chronicle. Only heard about the attack after it had already begun, and the elevator might as well have not been moving at all, it was so slow. Treasurer, the elevator, who are you going to blame next, Governor? You're the ruler of this world or a casual onlooker. You will take measures immediately and restore order, or I will conclude that you are sabotaging the road trader's visit, either by intent or simply due to your own ineptness. I never thought Culprits, of course. Culprits will face execution post-haste, Celestial Lord. I mean, I've already killed him. Oppressive silence hangs over the previously bustling plaza. People are taking in the carnage, clearly avoiding looking at you, still catching your every word. Probably going to sleep now. Good night. Alright, it was nice to have you. Have a good night. You know, Smythe standing nearby, gazing around with horror in her eyes. Find those responsible and bring them to me. How are you still alive? I thought you died. The damned mutants broke loose and attacked the townsfolk. It's been a long, long time since anything like that happened. Well, Highness, must have sniffed out that today is a special day. The executioner's lip curled, split by a blow during the fight. The commander was responsible for guarding them. He got careless. His armor rattling, one of the knights steps forward. I'm Lucra, commander of the fortress. I can attest that the ungodly mutants were restrained properly. It's the Thesmorpheus. This mook whipped the brutes into a frenzy. So it's either the commander or the executioner. This I shall now make my decision. So, Lord, I swear on my life that my knights and I did everything we could to keep you safe. Who would have foreseen that the Thesmorpheus, after gorging itself in miscreants, will start driving the mutants mad with smoke? Lies. The Thesmorpheus does not taunt heretics. It fills them with terror to shift the blame of your own failure into a sacred weapon of justice is a heinous crime in and of itself. Why do I care about the commander? Well, I wanted to kill the executioner with this thing. Since he showed that, you know, since the beginning. I'm gonna kill both of you. Executioner freezes, corner of his mouth twitching. So the one who served the Thesmorpheus with rigor and zeal must now himself enter its fiery embrace. I obey your celestial highness. So steps heavy, commander's head toward the fire-breathing Iron Beast. I kind of feel bad about him, but not really. I see that you guys are floating, by the way. There we go. You are our savior today, your celestial highness. And in your gratitude, please accept this personalized sword from my treasury. Fatesbringer once decided the outcome of one of our feuds, killed a rebel leader, and peace has reigned on the planets ever since. This is a very bad sword. It ignores the target's armor, which I guess is nice, but whatever, you know? I can note that it's attempted bribery. The best you can do is a pretty bad sword with a somewhat decent gimmick. I expect future gifts to be better. Governor bows at your feet. That's my say. The young woman next to you could well be a carved statue, perfect in its lifelessness, the only emotion in her gaze directed at the smoking. Thesmorpheus is ice-cold terror. Looks like your celebration is over, Governor. Not in the least. I would not let some beast ruin everything we have worked so hard to prepare. It's just we distance ourselves from this place and return to our corner of revelry and peace. By your leave, I will be waiting for you at the head table. Your lord... Oh God, Emperor, give me strength. Swallowing noisily, the governor hurriedly departs the scene of slaughter. It amazes me that idiot just underpaid the tithe and did not somehow lose the whole planet as well. Fine, a feast it is. I'm sick of the stench of burnt meat. Let's try a change of scenery. Face pale, my raises hand. My celestial lord is only a few steps away. Noble lords are already lifting their glasses in the Savior's honor, awaiting your arrival. Shall we proceed? I don't get to loot bodies? I do get to loot the bodies. Probably don't have anything super fun. But it's good to do it regardless. Plus 1 deflection and plus weapon skill parry. Huh. It's marginally worse than the shield Solomorn has. You might like it more. Would you like it more? It's just directly worse. Okay. I didn't know that the one I had now already gave deflection and parry. The same deflection and parry, even. I
success is an
need to
irrefutable
continue looting
certainty.
the stuff. We're not going to wield our blocks and attack. The attacker must pass an agility test or become blinded. Yeah. I'd rather have the deflection and parry chance. Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff to grab. Everyone over here. Grab this. You're the last one. But there's also that too.
My warp sight reveals something.
Oh, I have to go grab that. Someone go fetch that for me. Pascal, you do it.
You are authorized. Operation
It wasn't anything, dude. Oh, there's a thing over here too. Pascal, get this too. And while we do that, that's also Pascal.
Data meditation is terminated.
You got this, dude.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Whenever there were blocks and attack, I'll do some great fixes.
The machine god grants me insight.
Probably would have been faster. Yeah, that's fine. Now, everyone back together. Look at this. What's this? Okay. I believe that's not everything. Are we gonna have to go through another 30 bombs to get this?
Ah, let us seize the moment.
No. Kinda thought it would. That should be everything now. What's this? Norm's gate is locked fast. What did I just hover over? I guess it was that. Alright, now we can... Where is... Okay, over there, I see. There's nothing over here, I believe. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Rudo, or however you say his name. Roldo. Governor's hand reaches for the amnesec, but flinches under your gaze and abruptly changes trajectory towards the appetizer. Today is a very nervous day, Your Celestial Highness, and when I feel nervous, I eat and drink and eat again. That's just the way I am. But Emperor, have mercy, the food today is to die for. Would you like to have some? I recommend you try the fried Elsadont, whose horns were still goring my hunters just the other day. And here, have some five-tailed shrimperiuses and stewed black eye sauce. These fellows need to be eaten quickly before they scurry off the plates. As for the side dishes, you must have a taste for these crispy blabbeard shells seasoned with blue gluts. The spice scorches your tongue, but follow it with some amasec and it will feel like the waters of life itself. Attack the giant Elsadont hand. Sink your teeth into the greasy morsel and deftly nibble it to the bone in front of the entire coral, which watches you with morbid fascination. Character strength and toughness until the next combat. In the next combat, actually. I guess that's good. Can I get all the buffs? Magnificent! Not even the rock serpentid that recently ate our cobbler can match you. Like the Celestial Highness spent 5 entire suns chewing through him. Why is this nerfed now? Didn't realize you would nerf it. Or make it harder. Chance? It doesn't say, actually. Yes. Difficulty modifier -5. That's -60, so who knows. Vanquish the five-tailed Shrimperius. Deftly, let me guess. Yeah, agility and perception. Deftly wielding a set of forks and knives, you cut off the Shrimperius' escape routes. At last, all 5 of its tails are pinned to the table with golden prongs, and the 6th fork delivers the final blow, allowing you to send the exquisite meal into your mouth. And 3 people have managed to conquer the Shrimperius tonight, and all of them are inferior to you in the sophistication and speed of their forkcraft. Governor Hurley toasts to you. Yeah, it did make it harder, I think. But I just have a million crowds, so it doesn't matter. Feeling the streak in the process. Defeat the blabbeard shell seasoned with blue gluts. Nice. You pop a fried blabbeard shell into your mouth. First one, then another, and another. The blue glut stings your tongue and throat. But Sigmund von Belantius has made a sterner stuff than all these milksops. Eventually, you crush the last blabbeard between your jaws before wiping a napkin over your chin and tossing it victoriously onto the table. Incredible, but how? How did you accomplish it? My fellow revelers, let us raise our cups to the unbreakable strength of the God Emperor's emissary. The entire Syrian nobility lift their golden goblets in your honor. And I kind of thought there would be an achievement for passing all of them. Alright, now let's get to business. Words cause the governor to sober up immediately. Everything is prepared, my lord. All records of deliveries and contributions. Truly is a tragedy that you will not get to enjoy our imposter hunt, an event that has been so assiduously prepared to delight the eyes and mind of your Celestial Highness. I thought that was the instance. Unless you reconsider, my lord? So, traitor, once you've had your fill of the governor, let me ask him a few questions. Is this guy inviting me to a game of Among Us? What's this hunt you mentioned? Rudo waves a hand at mine. Be a darling and tell our guests about our amusements. I'm a little exhausted. Of course, my lord. The imposter hunt takes place every moonlight. Shortly before the event, the servants are thoroughly cleansed of dirt and foulness, combed, dressed in expensive clothing, masked, and invited into the courtyard with the rest of the guests. The nobles hide their faces as well, and then try to guess who the imposters are, telling them one another is quite a challenge sometimes. So this is a game of them. These guys invented Among Us? Oh my goodness. Donor suddenly perks up again. And that is the best part. I highly recommend you try it, Your Celestial Highness. It makes for a very interesting change of pace. On this occasion, the privilege of branding, if you will, falls entirely to you, our honored celestial guest. What if we win? Mine produces a shimmering slate featuring the string of fine inscriptions. This is a data brand, one of our off-world treasures. We handle it with the greatest care, and yet all of the Sarah's jewels and miracles cannot compare to the resplendence of your glories, Celestial Lord. When you find an imposter, you only need mark them with this wondrous brand. Analyzing. This brand is the property of the Index Venteris Food Factory. It was used to mark the meats of high-protein specimens on the planet's fauna. The inscription in Proto-Gothic translates to Grox on corpse feed. At the end of the hunt, we hold a great feast. I suggest if you guess at least one of the imposters, you will also win a fine prize. If you guess all four, there will be an even more special reward. I remember at one of the hunts, the servant played the role of Baron so well that all the guards unanimously granted him favor and let him keep the title and privileges of the nobility. Such a thing rarely happens, but who knows what the evening will bring. For tonight, it's you who will determine the worthiness, Celestial Lord. So we cannibal here. Did you just admit that there's masquerading rabble among the Thessarian nobles? Illiterate, with no idea how to collect tithes, or... By the throne, that actually explains so much. Proctor scoffs and glances at the enthusiastic guest. Go ahead, Governor. Commence your charade. The sooner we start, the sooner we finish. It shall be done, Master Adjudicator. How does one find an imposter in the crowd? By the way they talk, their lack of restraint, the unfamiliar delicacies overwhelm them so much that they lose control. Imposters are often scared by the nobility that has fallen on their weak shoulders. They try to stay close to the real nobles and imitate their rarefied manners. During the hunt, it's most worthwhile to pay attention to separate groups where the conversation has already started. The frightened imposter will probably try to hide behind other people's backs. That's all I know, Celestial Lord. I'm going to judge you. Oh, nice. Oh, there. I think I remember that treaties is the silent language of the Celestial Lords. Reading their gestures, it said. If His or Her Highness first turns her countenance upon you, and only then toward the heavens, you have spoken well and are blessed to proceed. Verily, it is heartening to know that you uphold our traditions and agree to participate in the hunts. Celestial Highness, I present the data brand. Please return when you have found all the imposters. Did I agree? Huh. I'm afraid there was a second, less flattering interpretation in that book, which I cannot recall. May you enjoy the hunt, my lord. Alright, if I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Let's quick save. Man, that takes a while. Okay, so I just interrogate some people? Such as you? Huh. I see. Down, Gara. Bad beast. Very bad. I apologize, Your Celestial Highness. How's your imposter hunt going? Gara. Darling pet, she's guarding the shrimp Parisias. Shrimp Parisias. Every once in a while, she gets an allowance in the form of Alcedon's bones. What's gone wrong? Almost ripped off my finger along with a slice of Alcedon's. My fault for getting the predators, albeit domesticated one. I've reduced a beast born to hunt and kill to a domesticated pet. Without purpose and discipline, both man and animal alike are destined for degradation. Someone nods at Glacia, who's completely unfazed by the multitude of delicacies. See, this is the level of obedience and dignity she'd strive for. Your blade does not obey your hand, may it one day pierce your throats. Alright, I'm not done yet. I'll play your game. Torture. Measure thy torture 10 times, we can only behead a man once, whatever. The good adage, if not for the local Moors, that there are at least 5 course changes between torture and execution on Thasera. With music. Maeve, bring me a cup of amasec and make sure it's filled to the brim. It'll be done, Lord Peter. Alright. Okay. Solomorn waits until Maeve some distance away, then turns to you. When it's to you without the observer they have attached to us overhearing. Casts a sweeping glance around the courtyard and lowers his voice. Do you get the sense that what is happening raises questions that lacks coherent answers? Yeah, I think so too. Which ones in particular? The governor barely manages to stay in the saddle, which is odd for a local nobleman. Not too odd, considering Roldo's ravenous fondness for food and amasec, but an astute observation nonetheless. Remember that last Newton in the public execution? He was kind of weird, but not that weird, you know? Yes, temptation is a corruption that seldom leaves a person with a sound mind. Both the madman spouted and the scaffold, as what he had done to himself, what was beyond the pale. They also keep mentioning altering your destiny. That's weird. God Emperor Lo knows how many different cults of him there are. No, 2 planets worship him in quite the same way, but only a heretic would wax poetic about altering a fate that was ordained by the Emperor once and for all. You've seen the writings of that madman's fault? I don't know who that guy is, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Not bordering. They're heresy writ large. That is not what troubles me. What troubles me is that the madman succeeded in publishing them. There was a mutant attack without any clear cause. That attack is unlikely to have been planned, to look too messy, shall we say. On the other hand, perhaps that's the best this big backwater planet can do when it comes to plotting and scheming. I don't like that this governor is using every means possible to stall our Aquarian to the tide. Indeed, first one could mistake it for sycophancy, and attempt to appease the celestial guests, but no longer it passes on, no longer it goes on. The more apparent the criminal, intent behind the stalling of the inevitable becomes. So what do you think? I have a theory, but I'd like to hear yours first. Let's my opinions influence your reasoning. Tell me. I think they're trying to prep some sort of trap. Likely so, but while we are ignorant as to the nature and the purpose of this trap, we have nothing concrete to go on and can only stay on our guard. My hypothesis is that this is not about the tithe, it's merely a pretext to keep us here long enough. What for? We can play along for now. We should play along for now. Let them think we've taken the bait while we wait for an opportunity to seize control of the situation. For that, we need to agree on a signal to launch the coordinated attack. Shot attack! When I say lovely weather, we attack. Understood. And then here comes her. I saw that for you. My returns, taking quick, careful steps along the paved road, brimming goblet in hand. Here, I'm sick, my lord. I haven't spilt a drop. Without a word, the arbitrator hurls his drink on the pavement. Splash of mistakes like scarlet wound on the stone that's been polished by 1,000 souls. Okay, dude. Didn't have to be that mean. I'm sure she's probably innocent. Anyway, let's play this game of Among Us, shall we? No, she's down there. That's what I was thinking of. Alright, who's over here? Alright, Lady Golden Mask. What's your story? few nobles have gathered around an older man in a fine jacket. His eyes dart back and forth between them. I come from an honored dynasty, you can't. He's trying to approach someone. They'll recoil from him as if they were a leper. Lady in a golden mask. Mob's instigator, lady in a golden mask, exclaims fiercely. Oh, listen to the songs of this poor wretch. He thinks that the bath they gave him makes him look like a nobleman. Upon noticing you, the crowd parts. In a peevish voice, the woman drawls. We also had our celestial lord brand this peasant. Among the hush crowd, you single out a young woman in a half-mask and a gorgeous dress who is watching intently from the side. I'm sure there's gonna be like an awareness check or something that'll tell me. I mean, it might have to purely be my own intuition. What exactly is going on here? Lady in a golden mask curtsies gracefully. Your Celestial Highness, we have exposed one of the imposters. There he is, the one in the jackets, still clinging to his facade. You have to brand him quickly. Woman who is... let's see. The woman who has been keeping her distance now steps closer and whispers to you. My Celestial Lord, I'm begging you to listen to me. This man is a member of a noble family. He is being slandered. Why don't I judge for myself? Or why don't I judge... let Cassia be the judge? The old man is terrified as his hands are clutching on an expensive cane, bearing an intricate family coat of arms. Okay, so he's probably fine. And why are you standing up for him? Just a commoner in a fancy dress, my lord. This man is my master, and I'm supposed to be playing the part of a rich girl, but I've served many lords. See, and Sir Timius is the only one who treats his servants with gentleness, and to protect them from these cruel people. Well, I mean, that makes things easy. Are you aware that the servant's trying to protect you? Old man adjusts his mask in surprise. His eyes scan the crowd again, come to rest on the finely dressed woman. That's Arenka, my house servant. Was she protecting me, you say? She has no idea what game she's got herself mixed up in. Forgive me, my girl. His lips quivered as he grips his cane more tightly and breathes in deeply before taking a step back. Here she is, the real imposter. The house girl Arenka, she admitted herself to the Celestial Lord. Old man spits and points his finger at Renka, turns away in fear. How could you schemers even think of deceiving our supreme benefactor? Okay, what do you say in your defense? My Celestial Lord knows how ruthless court intrigues can be. The family owner recently attained its lofty status. Many here are opposed. Okay. You truly believe this man to be a commoner in disguise? The loudest among the onlookers exchange glances, and Snoke Golden Mask bobs as she offers a deep curtsy. Most certainly, Your Celestial Highness. This plebeian nature is apparent to every self-respecting aristocrat. This woman is not lying, but neither is she being completely candid. The way she looks at the accused speaks of an old and appeased hatred, kind one shows to one's true enemy. This man is a noble. Why are you so anticipating him as otherwise? The lady in the golden mask clears her throat. There's not a word of a lie in what we've said. The travesty of a nobleman has granted its privileges less than 100 years ago. Family of upstarts who have elevated themselves through pedalry. For any true-born noble, he is no different from a masquerading peasant. See, there's more common with Draconis than I thought. Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you? I'm ready to brand the imposter. Gold mask. Noble's gasp. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, the woman stamps her foot and starts filling her arms. How dare you? I'm a descendant of a noble line. I'll complain to the governor about this. Here she laughs. People gathered here seem to appreciate the sheer absurdity of someone trying to threaten you with such a complaint. Okay, well, I got an achievement for that, so obviously I was right. But we're not done yet. We've still got
Patience! My nerves
these
are
guys.
frayed!
Someone else around here has something to that? I don't think so. Man, my frame rate's not great. Yeah, these guys are new, so what do we got to say here? Two men in clergy robes are bickering loudly. The older the pair is eating with great appetite, while the younger one watches him in disgust. Their overindulgence is pure hypocrisy. A true servant of the faith would have abstained. The old priest shoots his companion a glance over the plate. True servant of the faith must keep his strength up so that he may offer the god emperor not just words but deeds as well. One young man flushes when he notices your gaze. Oh man. I probably should have boosted her perception and stuff. That's fine. 1 and 4 is an odd. Celestial Lord, how fortunate is your arrival. Only you can solve this conundrum and decide which of us is the true clergyman of noble birth and which is the arrogant impostor. Which is the impostor among us. Yes. There's a marked difference between the builds of quarrying men. The older priest's body is gaunt, unlike that of a smooth-faced youth. Also, the younger priest has the melodious voice of a singer, while the old man's speech is clear and powerful. I need to ask a few questions first to identify the imposter among us. Old priest gives you a reserved nod. Meanwhile, the younger one turns his entire body to face you, like a student being evaluated. What would you say is the role of knowledge in the Imperium? There are no barriers to learning the word, to learning the word of the Emperor, and to conquering all that he has given onto us. Have you read the manuscripts of our scribe, Gorgias Fault? You hear that he left his craft behind now, but his reach shines on the light of true worship. Knowledge depraves the soul, as is reading letters that are not meant to be read. Old priest rose his brow at the young man's passionate words. Your judgments are like two sides of a single coin. There's value in both, but neither one constitutes the whole. What awaits the Emperor's servant after death? The priest pondered the question for a while. Older is first to speak up. Should they serve faithfully, the Emperor will preserve their soul in his halls. I actually don't know what this answer is. The young priest gives you a broad and sincere smile. It's customary in Thessaria to believe in sacred reincarnation. Thus, the worthy may serve the Emperor for all eternity. The soul says he yearns for everlasting service. He's not here the undying one's laughing quietly at his words. It's not the man's destiny to serve him for eternity. He is to leave meekly when he whispers it is time. You have encountered many variations of the God Emperor's cult in your time, but never have you heard the reincarnation after death. Religious teachings such as this seem strange and exotic, even for a nondescript, half-forgotten planet like Thessaria. Yeah, I was thinking the younger one was the one. Ever since the, where was it? Yeah, ever since this one. By what name are the warriors born? From the blood of the Emperor's sons known. These are the angels, yeah? The heralds of the Celestial Master, gods among men. The young preacher's eyes are white with awe. Emperor's angels, they descend upon the land to smite down his enemies. You respect in the old man's eyes and fear. Alright, well this makes things easy. The priest looks at you with reserved curiosity and apprehension. Young man. The smile vanishes from the young man's face. He gasps indignantly. I can't read. I'm a fool. Indignantly. There we go. Well, why yes, I did skip the lectorium once or twice, it's true, but I'm still a proper noble. I swear it upon my honor. Yay. Tell it to the judge. That's me, by the way. I didn't get an achievement for that, so maybe I was wrong.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
The young noblewoman's hair is disheveled. Her booties, I don't know what that word is stained with grime, and her mask pushed clumsily on top her head. Holding her skirt high, she trying her hardest to fight away through the guards blocking the way. Just let me go, please, for Thorn's sake. She exclaims when the guards yet again push her aside. Someone notices you and attempts something resembling a courtesy, but stumbles and falls to her knees. I'm done. I just can't take it anymore. You're a celestial lord, aren't you? How could you tell? I'm Edthia. Adicta, I think. Your graciousness? I'm not a noble, not one bit. Just do laundry and bleach the linens. Never mixed in high society in my life. Forgive a fool, your graciousness. You're not really being very sporting with the rule. But I don't want the reward, my lord. I want to go back home. The woman hangs her head and clutches the lace frills on her dress. Breathing stutters and she is racked with silent sobs. Why are you trying to escape? Let's get away before they start putting those brands on us for the tricksters. No kind of trickster, can't you see? But full of rocks. So why'd you participate in the first place? It's like they asked me nicely, your graciousness. Grabbed me, shoved me in this dress, and threw me in here. Nobody here was asked. But I don't want to be anybody's toy. I have 3 boys and a girl. Search our lords and ladies' undergarments. We work our fingers to the bone just to get enough scraps for the day. Shows her calloused hands mottled red from chemical burns. So what should I do? Gripping the frills of her fabulous dress in her coarse, white-knuckled hands, and looks up at you. Please, your graciousness, by the god emperor, just let me leave. Nobody who gets in one of these get-ups ever comes back. Nobody who gets put in one of these get-ups ever comes back. If I stay, I won't see my home again. I just know it. I haven't done anything wrong. Never comes back. Just that, your graciousness. Doesn't matter if you get branded or not. Once the hunt is over, you're gone. This place is like a grog's pit. There's no way back. But I want to live. I want to be useful. Please. Please let me go home. Well, if you were a peasant, I wouldn't let you. But you don't seem like a peasant, right, guards? Lacking the courage to object to your demand. Guards reluctantly step aside. Woman turns, look back at you, see wet trails on her guileless face. Thank you, Celestial Lord, you sweetheart. I'll never forget your kindness. Words. She bows low and vanishes into the darkness. Well, there goes my super reward, whatever it was. Probably a 30 damage sword at best. I believe last and definitely least. Maybe. In the wavering torchlight sequence of steel, one of those jacket-clad young men is pressing the blade against the other's ribs. Mask lies discarded at the attacker's feet, noticing you, trembling victim, cries out, "Your Highness, save me!" Do not interfere, outsider. This man deserves to be punished along with all Thessir, his rotten elite. Some people, it's just things to be worn. Let him look me in the eye and find out what it feels to be cut to pieces. The rest of the woman, weapon dressed against the victim's body, is none other than a pair of expertly sharpened tailor scissors. Someone casts an indifferent glance at the pair. The local folk and their strange amusements are not worth our time. Intervene and free the victim. It's a skill check, folks. I didn't mean to pull my chainsaw on you. Capture the scissors and deftly plunge them into the attacker's knee, sensing his tormentor's grip weakening. Victim slips free and hides behind you. This madman bribed the guards so that they would ignore my cries. Sure, they'll be singing a different tune when we find out the Celestial Lord had to intervene personally. Tell me about Basiro's rotten elite. They're parasites. They tear whoever they want into pieces. It's gonna squeeze into a person's skin like it's a suit that's 2 sizes too small, splitting the seams in the process. He stares at you without blinking, his eyes glassy. Skin suits and splitting seams? Postures, your brother was rewarded for his talents with the best assignment he could hope for. Maybe he just decided he wanted nothing to do with you anymore. And his voice cracks, he's on the verge of tears. Your Celestial Highness, if such were your will, I would send the servants to the dressmaker this very moment and find this man's brother alive and well. His words are soaked in gray, flashes of copper desperation breaking through. But of the swampy muck of deceit, I see nothing. Tell me about this, Filet. The nobleman eyes his attacker fearfully. It's very simple, Your Celestial Highness. His younger brother, has a way of clothes. Noticed him when I was looking for new servants, and I sent the boy to apprentice under a renowned dressmaker in the upper quarters. Thought I would make him my valet. I think that's how you say that word. But to use him for my rejuvenation. Thought I even need a new face. Haven't even worn out my own yet. You're kind of implying you would use him for a new face, if you felt like you needed to. If I'm wrong, I can still just like rogue trader my way into being right, yeah? I think I've already thrown my chance at the super reward out the window, so I can do whatever I want, yeah? Or try to just strong-arm the guy into doing what I want him to. Take this. Almost Esco, I don't understand. I'm of noble blood, a scion of the governor, or as good as. I wanted to help a gifted commoner and instead landed myself in trouble for it. You would brand me an imposter for that? You can't brand me, it's not fair. Oh, unless it switches on the attacker's face, his relentless gaze is fixed upon the nobleman. Play your games all you want, my mission will not change, the scoundrel will die. Well, if you're gonna be like that, swift and elegant movement, you cut the attacker's life short. Final imposters. Found all that's left. Oh, I found all the imposters. Really? Really? Okay. Figured I got half of them wrong. Okay. I mean, if you say so, game.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
They say people go missing after your imposter hunt. What do you make of this? Your Celestial Highness must have been listening to a lot of gossip. Who cares where the gravel goes afterward? However, I can assure you that the victors are often sent into my personal service, with the highest favor. And today, it will be up to you to choose whom it should be bestowed upon. The governor is dragging in his words if he's not entirely sure of himself, or he is not telling you something. Alright, I've concluded my search. Delightful! I will immediately summon the court for a final celebration of hypocrisy. Anyone who knows, perhaps today, one of the imposters will be lucky enough to earn your favor. And who knows? Not anyone knows. Straining to add a note of gravity to his voice, the governor proclaims, "Most radiant ladies and noble lords, I hereby declare the imposter hunt officially over." The crowd responds with uproarious cheers. Participants of our masquerade already stand before you. Did you guess correctly? Did you expose them all? Please don your oculars and have a good look. Rodrigo turns to you and whispers conspiratorially, "Not one noble's permitted to hunt the imposters this time, my lord. Still, knowing their penchant for such games, I do suspect they tried to make their guesses anyway, quietly, among themselves. All these imposters have been found out by none other than our celestial guest, Sigmund von Valentius. An unsurpassable show, your Celestial Highness. Bravo, bravo, Live presents our gift." You hear the fool's voice from somewhere among the crowd. "A noble torso." I branded a real noble's imposter. Okay, I figured. Branded at the behest of Rogue Trader himself. Oh, what bitter irony. My standing ovation to you. +1 Psi rating, +1, +15 persuasion. Huh. Your Celestial Highness, an honored guest of Basera, would you like to say a few words of guidance to our beautiful world? That is a lot of words. Abelard? Abelard adjusts his coat. His lordship Rogue Trader Simon von Valancius, ruler of the greatest protector in the Crimson Expanse, wishes rapid growth and many centuries of prosperity upon your homeland. Remember your duty, and you may labor tirelessly for the glory of the mighty Imperium. That was a grand speech, thank you. Roger sniffles loudly, dabbing his face with a handkerchief. And now, good lords and ladies, the time has come to make the fateful decisions. There is not but one true reward. The highest favor, and any branded impostor desires. Please, your Celestial Highness, tell us, is there anyone among these people who's worthy of the Rogue Trader? I just forgot how to read for a second. Please, your Celestial Highness, tell us, is there among these people one worthy of the Rogue Trader's favor? I see. What is this highest favor? That is correct, your Celestial Highness. Whomever you grant your favor will be showered with all the manner of honors and go to serve in the governor's palace. The tailor's victim? Didn't I not kill that guy? Or, I see. I figured it out. I kind of am led to believe that, I don't know, I don't know if the ones that I favor are the ones that get eaten, or the ones that I don't favor are the ones that get eaten, but someone gets eaten, I'm pretty sure. No. Once participants lower their heads, their eyes dimming. Your venomous laughter from the crowd in a recognized blessed voice. The square drowns in the clamor and applause of golfers who are spectating the game. You look around for the court fool who cannot spot him anywhere. Such is his Celestial Highness's brilliant decision, for which some may have been fateful indeed. And finally, the hour you have all been waiting for, including part of our conclusion. The great feast. The crowd's patience worn thin, filling his lungs. The governor shouts out, Last Orcs' dinner is served. Cyberlaxor's lumens glow blood red. Before the condemning can even scream, the beasts pounce on their way with hungry snarls.
I've been branded. He tricks me. Gotta stop! I'm the master. Maeve, help! Maeve, I'm sorry.
Alright.
Lex Imperialis.
What's that? Solomons do? Are these guys scary? I can't tell. Are you scary? You only have 400 health, so not really. This lasts for 1,000 rounds. Just give them whatever. Make it permanent. Alright, so Do one of these.
Running binary online.
You guys are kind of robots, right?
My vow is to serve.
I see. You're all the same, aren't you? Oh, Gara. Gara's different. My guy's got 12 exploits on.
Running binary override.
There we go. Now he has no armor, no dodge. He doesn't need it, but now he has it. Set the rear
Request approved.
there. I'm going to put it a bit higher. So what can you do?
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
And now... what does Overwhelm do? Not much, honestly. Kill zone though, that's something. Kind of. I'm half sure kill zone doesn't actually do anything. But it might, and that's all that matters.
Step by step, I lead.
Yeah. Hit me all you want.
What if
It will not save you.
a genius at work,
I came over here to hit your weak spot, but whatever.
a wicked thought?
I don't.
Fate claims another one.
Let's dance over here. And now we charge you.
Schemes within schemes. Another one is shattered.
Let's teleport over here.
A wicked thought.
We shall... What is your deflection and armor? Yeah, let's get rid of that.
A genius at work.
Take this. That's fine. I didn't need that skill.
A wicked thought.
There.
A maelstrom of madness.
Can you guys survive 6
Let's
full attacks?
see. You are marked for...
I don't think so.
What is my muse? Behold the wrath of madness. Fate claims another one.
Yay. What happened was no accident, and if my suspicions are correct, our recruiter looks at his poem thoughtfully, then pulls it out to his cybermesh blade show. Analyze. The dog's visor shimmers as it scans his skin with a mesh of rays. Finally, there's a metallic click in the descending hum of the cooling servo motors. Parker's augmetics respond with a soft buzz. A data brand, Port Fool, put it on me when he shook my hand. Then the Lasser X's attacked everyone who had been marked. However, beasts were not at all eager to tear you apart, Rogue Trader. Here's that you are wanted alive, without my protection. Oh God, Emperor. Maeve presses her hands to her chest, and the sign of the Aquila on her lips whisper a prayer. Forgive and protect his soul. Forgive and protect. Bruto mentioned being branded before he died. His master's command, Plato redirects the scan rays at the dead man's severed hand, which somehow avoided being reduced to shreds along with the rest of the body. Cybermesh shifts augmetics amid a warning signal. Roldo's branded too. Couldn't have known, or else he would not have doomed himself like that. I assume this is likewise the work of that buffoon. The only question is whether he was acting of his own accord or at the behest of someone more important. Rodo told you your name before he died. I have no idea what's going on. I'm so confused. So this is a horrible nightmare. Could it be that I'm dreaming? For a second there I thought, no, I'm sorry, it's impossible. He thought what? Thought it was my brother calling my name, not Lord Roldo. But Dane wasn't there, meaning I just imagined it in my fright. My handkerchief to her mouth and grows pale, most likely along the grotesque side of the governor's violent demise. Whose soul are you praying for? My brother's, my lord. Had a feeling he wasn't acting himself lately. If I had known he had fallen on scoundrels, I would have found them and strangled them with my own hands. So a court fool is your brother. Yes, my lord. We are lower nobility, and it's a high honor to be the governor's own court's entertainer. What reason would your brother have to get the arbitrator's blood on his hands? It's a mystery to me too, my celestial lord. Think about it, and I can't even imagine why. But lately, it's like he's not himself. He's muttering these awful rhymes about blood and fate. It's like he's waiting for something, but I just can't understand what. So who's the governor now? Only I knew, my celestial lord. Only I knew. Are you actually shocked? I swear by the Emperor himself, I am unblemished before you in spirit and thought. That is what any cornered heretic would swear to try to save their life. But I really had nothing to do with it, my lord. All I was told to do was entertain our celestial guests and chaperone them to the castle for talks. Instead, there's just gore and death everywhere. I want to loot the bodies. As you wish, my celestial lord. Find out what's going on. Did he drop anything? Yeah. Where ends their turn with any adjacent familiar? That familiar gains... I see. Oh, we leveled. I didn't realize. We're so close to max level. I'll take breakthrough, why not? Boost my... I don't know, weapon skill? It's pretty low. Relative. You, Abelard, can have... Guess follow my lead, why not? And you can have also weapon skill, why not? Curse you, mouse. Or why not? Boost your bliss skill. Because you don't land shots a lot. Well, actually, you've been pretty good recently. You should have Inspire, I think. Because that just... it's free damage. And boost your perception, I guess. Something scales off your perception, I think. You have eyes. You do vision damage. Surely that's good. Boost your intelligence, I guess. Something skills off your intelligence, I think. I actually haven't been able to use Solomorn at all since we got him, because Sig always goes first and just kills everyone. Take dash, I guess, it's free movement. And then toughness, I guess. Alright. Anything else? I don't think so. Can I go through here? No.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
I think I've looted everywhere. I do wonder what happens if you get all the imposters. Because I deliberately didn't, kind of. Well, not kind of. I actually did deliberately not. Where'd she go? She's supposed to be here, right? Oh, she's just gone. Oh, she's following me. Take us to the castle. Shut up. I hear and obey, my celestial lord. Please. He breaks off as Solomon walks by, brushing past her with his shoulder before examining the elevator with a fault-finding eye. Not daring to speak again, the young man makes a gesture of invitation. Steps onto the platform herself. No sooner have you stepped into the platform than a short metallic clang comes from somewhere above you. Well then. Now my party's only at 99% power instead of 100. Hope you enjoyed my bloodthirsty lingerie. You instantly recognize the spiteful voice and cocky smirk of the fool's mask. Is that his mask? I thought that was... Like, surely that's his face, right? Like, obviously the lower half is what I'm talking about. The upper half, that's a mask. But he's got the Batman Who Laughs, like, mouth down there, right? The arm that was mauled by the cyber mastiff at the first meeting hangs limply. He has not even bothered to bandage it. Still acting the buffoon. Some people never learn. Someone gestures behind his back to the cyber mastiff, sending him off on a circuit along the wall. Pulsing light draws your attention. Against the far wall, an old man stands behind an ominous-looking altar. The heavily augmented man stares in wonder at the flashes of blue light sneaking through the veins of the Thesser team in the floor and walls. Is that what this is? Crystals in his eye sockets gleam and glow dark in time with the flashes. Perhaps you could start by explaining everything? Now, why so serious? I simply grew tired of you forever wandering about with your retinue. Never a chance for a quiet word face to face, yet I see your fearsome guardian has managed to find his way here as well. He sneers as he nods towards the arbitrator. Do pardon the less than gentle reception. These rain ward mechanisms never fail to disappoint, creaking one moment, failing the next. You have bodyguards for this private conversation? Times are troubled, as you know. I want everything to go according to plan. Did you kill the governor? Don't be ridiculous. I couldn't swallow a man whole even if I wanted to. He throws up his arms in an exaggerated fashion. Okay. The Lacerex fool you unleashed on the governor. Don't try to deny it. Seems humor is not part of the vocabulary of the Emperor's servants, but truth should be. See, the governor was a fraud, a fake, not worth crying over. True governor of Thessera stands before you, esteemed guests. Dane, come on, don't say things like that. It's not right. Shut up, you idiot. Continue and do as you're told. Fool tosses a look of utter contempt at Maeve. Take off that mask. Wrapping his hands around the mask, Fluff begins to slowly pull away from the face, squirming and sobbing theatrically. Suddenly, Moans turn to gurgling laughter. The fool removes his hand from the mask. A jest. You'll have time to examine this face very thoroughly. What was it I should have done? Bring you here to the altar of change and not ask her questions. So simple, but she couldn't even manage that. And I, according to your plan, was supposed to die. Solomon raises the palm of his hand that holds the invisible mark of the Databrand. Exactly. I don't need you, but don't worry, I've planned for this as well. Tavros, are you ready? Bluff smirks, clearly enjoying his imaginary power. Or is it real? Solomon turns away from the fool and makes a series of furtive hand signals, telling you to stall while the Cybermastiff gets into position. The preparations are complete, my lord. We're able to take the eyes off the dark altar. Sculptor hobbles toward the edge of the balcony. So, I take it you're not from here. I see you've already found me out, eh? That's right. I was born and raised on Idex, the greatest world in all the Imperium. I'll never forget that mix of plasteel and ferrocretes, the glitter of proud spires, and the eternal humiliation of my appointments. Why were you sent to Thessera? To serve the Imperium faithfully and honestly. Why else? Our all-knowing administrating benefits if the feudal throne is occupied by someone with an intelligence level higher than a Grox. We haven't actually seen a Grox, so I've been speaking so much about it. I've been imagining the Grox from Tears of the Kingdom. Let's look it up. What is a Grox in the context of Warhammer? Just so I know what to imagine every time they speak about it. Okay, that's honestly not too different. Okay. Golden shove for all my diligent service on Idex. Packed my bags and came here to govern this backwater. What a joke. If you're the real governor, why bother masquerading as the fool? It's simple. Who would ever take the poor, pitiful gesture seriously? Who would even spare my glance beneath the school's cap if my hands were free? I could devote myself entirely to preparing for our grand finale, and to conceal the tracks of my little mission. Well, unfortunately for you, I have genre awareness, so I knew you were up to something immediately, especially with that Batman who laughs face. I found a replacement. Roldo wanted to play at power, and I graciously let him. Shame he didn't rule for long. Bluff's chewing laughter carries no hint of pity. And all of it for this one day, this exact moment. The elation in his voice sounds almost maniacal. I'm sure he gives you a subtle nod. Cybermastiff's close enough for a decisive lunge. I suppose all the stalling was your fault too? Oh yes, one small part of the grand design. To be precise, the first bait you had to take, which you did with commendable zeal. Contempt is simple. Disrupt the shipment and provoke a response. A genius trap that the RBTs walked right into. Fate granted me a special boon. You were caught in my net along with them, Sigmund. Didn't trap anyone. Shot yourself in the foot. Only an idiot would think to outmatch a rogue trader and Proctor together. I mean, even me alone, I'm fine. Your scribe Gorgias Fault left some intriguing notes behind. Something about switching of bodies? You are perceptive, aren't you? My previous experiments were failures. You have met some of them, actually, including Fault himself. Remember the crazy mutant, the Thesmorpheus? His brains turned out to be a bit of a complication. Mocking laughter erupts from behind the mask, making the fool's body shake all over. But do not fret this time. It will work. So what is this altar? The fool gestures toward the object in front of the sculptor. A great artifact which Pathros carved from the planet's unique gift. Basordum. Take a good look at it while you still can. Alright, time to die. Do I have to be any one thing? Bluff ignores the arbitrator. His gaze fixed on you, more specifically on the necklace on your chest. I mean, I didn't wear it. It's in my pockets. It's not on my chest. How dare you? A lovely piece, isn't it? You see Solomon's hand signal out of the corner of your eye. Glacial leaps, but does not reach the fool. Psyker moves at the same time. Flash of light and everything goes dark. Oh, damn. Surrounded by a smell of old rust, the darkness reluctantly retreats. Pain comes first, throbbing in your head. The metallic taste in your mouth. Finally feel the hard floor, chafing your stinging cheek. Here, let's take a look around. See bluffed through the bars of the cage. Mocking smile, the sinister mask seems to grow ever broader. Or is it a trick of the light? My, this white as a sheet with a dark abrasion on her face, weeps quietly as she stands stock still beside the pool. There are markings on the floor at your feet. A crooked circle bordered by unholy symbols. Bluff is standing in the center of an identical circle. You hear a quiet and measured scraping sound and an old man's muttering coming from the depths of the hall. A few words you managed to catch sound nothing like Gothic. Rogue trader, can you hear me? Turn to the voice. Solomon is trapped in one of the side cells. Apart from a bleeding bruise on his forehead, he appears unarmed. You good? Fine. Looks away for a moment and then back at you. Under Bluff's unwavering gaze, cannot communicate any more clearly. Why is it always me? I mean, it makes sense this time, actually. Piercing pain in your head makes it hard to parse Solomon's cryptic signals. Okay. Knife's necklace is more than just a pretty bauble, I take it. Much more, you see. The right knowledge, the right tools, some complex rituals, people can transform a simple, dirty blue pebble from the depths of Thessera into something truly special. However, it's a bit late for you to do anything with that information. You better hope I never get out of here. Enough chit-chat. Tabrisk, begin. Wheezing raspily, the old man with the Thesserdum eyes spews a torrent of unholy words from his toothless mouth. In response, the markings beneath your cage seem to inhale and begin glowing with light. Ive's gaze leaps from you to Bluff in alarm. Terror-ridden eyes widen as she realizes what's happening. Dane, stop! I don't know how to say his name. Dane? Dane, stop! The slight form crashes into the fool, pushing him out of the center of the circle. The world explodes into shards, fused with the blinding light that burns out your eye sockets, incinerates the air in your lungs, and makes your heart shudder in your chest. Finally, darkness ascends, impenetrable and absolute, encompassing everything. It cradles you, dissolving everything that was once you, everything that once was. You're bobbing like a boat tossed upon the waves, colors and sounds meld into a cacophony. Stirring up nausea in this exhausted body, you blink, and patches of color fall into place. Or do they? Across from you, in the cage, you see a frightened, disoriented face. An expression you have never seen in a mirror. At your feet lies a gaudy mask that has fallen from the fool's face, covering his wrinkled visage with both hands. The ugly and enraged governor of Thessera rises hastily on trembling legs. Huh. I guess it was a mask. Okay. Zern dares at you, roll to shoot. Seize her! Seize Maeve! Garrett takes a heavy step in your direction. The look on his face promises nothing pleasant. I mean, I see what's going on. I recognize what's happened. Try to strike the guard. I may be a pretty weak woman apparently, but I'm still enough to beat your ass. Take swing and lose your coordination. My delicate body cannot even muster the strength for a slap. Gosh damn. Glido attack! Your head swims, and through the haze you recognize the figure of a guard, coming closer and closer with no sign of stopping. He sweeps over the room, searching for a way out, for a solution, until somewhere, at the periphery of your vision, you notice a streak of scarlet. As if a cyber master's visor is lighting up. It is the cyber master's visors lighting up. giving you a chance to run. Nice. Get his ass. I suppose the Halo device that gives me immortality is no longer in play. Your mind is a loose shard cast out into nothing, screaming in the voices of thousands of lives. Are they your lives? Do they belong to another? The blood cracks branch out. I can read. Biting to every scrap of disjointed thoughts, ravaging, hungering to shatter what little of your own self remains. The cry gurgles in the depths, a plea to make the torment stop. You dissolve in unconsciousness. Something has sunk its claws into you, keeping you in place, fusing you back together piece by piece, methodically and tortuously, until you skewer the threads of your identity into the thread of existence in an attempt to outpace the all-consuming void. Your memories of the last several minutes are incoherent and painful. Flash of sorcery, you leap into the unknown. Solomon, shouting something, gave Kaito an order, but what was it? The attempt you make to process what happened only pulls you deeper into unconsciousness. You're wrenched suddenly from oblivion by... oh, jeez. Strength 10. Aw, jeez. By a once merciless bite, you try to breathe and hear your own ragged wheeze. Sight gradually returns to you, and an angry horse's head emerges from the mist. You are back, you are alive. Push the horse away. I still got it. Strange flesh obeys you reluctantly, receiving your commands with a delay. It takes all your grit to raise the dainty hand and place it on the horse's muzzle. The animal snorts and tosses the hand away with ease. Focus your gaze. Slowly, your eyes begin to put together a sorted image. Everything around you is brown and disgusting. Hay, wood, blood, dirt, horse. The trapdoor you jump down must lead you into a stable. A stable is a place for peasants, not sovereigns. Somehow, your body remembers a sense of poverty. Your consciousness expands heavily, like sick lungs. You remember a large basket, bundles of food clutching your hands, and the grateful smiles of the hungry. Anyone out there? Your shout is as thin as a death cry and unbearably shrill. Still, it's just strong enough to make the creature stop trying to bite you and back off. Memories. Oh, jeez, come on. Agility 10. I'm 10s across the board, aren't I? I miss having 60 be my worst stat. Memories that are not your own tear into your mind, replacing your thoughts. Curse you, someone else you scare all the monsters away. A big brother, funny and always smiling. With some effort, you manage to force his gentle face out of your head. Roll to the side. Ah. Your attempt at twisting your body around only ends in a racking pain shooting through your back. The most you can achieve is a lurch upward, accompanied by a piercing crunch somewhere in the spine. You sway as if from sickness, all your limbs feeling impossibly fragile. Scrawny legs, frail arms, you don't belong to you. It's a costume and it's not yours. It's not fit your status. It's the wrong size and it still carries greasy traces of its former owner inside. You're overcome with the urge to tear off your flesh and throw it away like a worn glove. Your iron will immediately rejects the shameful weakness. Give yourself an order to steady yourself and probe the memories of the previous owner of its body. To complete the picture, you have no choice but to look into a nearby water trough at your reflection. See similar familiar features. Some unnatural force has dragged you out of your body into that of Maeve, Roldo's lady-in-waiting. I didn't even realize that's who she was. Now that you have spent some time in this stable, you feel a little more accustomed to your new limbs, but where's your own mortal shell? Oh, jeez. We're saving, I can't see anything. I'm perplexed, which lasts forever. I can't open my menu. Okay. Can I... There we go. I've got decent perception. Why is that? Transformation. Huh. I can't use psychic powers. That makes sense. I mean, I didn't have any. I think my perception is the only thing that hasn't really dropped. Huh. The null director. Oh, okay. Well, we have Vito, who doesn't seem that well built anymore. What happened to the 100 strength he used to have? Okay, whatever. From which she describes. A mountain of vegetable waste rises up ahead, next to which stands a rusty pitchfork. Attention is drawn to something pale pink, half buried under the waste, and something looking suspiciously like Owen. Investigate the waste. Pull the strange object from the pile. What emerges is a human forearm, crudely severed at the elbow. Horse behind you sniffs and cranes its neck. Take the arm. Pick up what used to be someone's arm. The horse looks at the dead fingers greedily. Pick up the pitchfork. This could be a decent weapon, if not for one problem. You're like a strength to pull it free from there. I'm not even strong enough to pick up a pitchfork. Come on. Horse behind you snorts and shifts about. How you doing, Vito? The mesh does not respond to Nudge's commands. The lumens on its head are blinking with troubling agitation. Alright, horse. We're gonna deal with you now. Wow. Coercion 254. What? Holy shit. Why is my coercion insane? Are you a secret badass, Maya? The creature that dragged you out of unconsciousness turns to be a muddy brown horse. From the darkness, the beast follows you with its large black eyes. Looks hungry and frightened. The horse must have smashed through the stall to reach you. You immediately note the empty trough and the fetid pile of vegetable tops under your feet. In a moment, the approach to the rotting waste is blocked by an iron fence. The horse whinnies restlessly as it casts its eye toward the barrier. Examine the horse. The horse snorts and shows you its large teeth. It's unclear what this creature usually feeds on, but right now it would happily munch on your fingers. Get back with my 254 version. That's insane. The steely note of your voice frightens the animal. The horse lets out a snarl and rushes off. Nice. Who are you? Hungry horse snorting frantically, the horse hurtles toward the stable door and smashes straight through it. Side of the stable hand. Ah, jeez. Why even give me the option, dude? Side of the stable hand standing in the doorway portends nothing good for you. The man's face is savage, glinting in his hand his meat cleaver. But the horse loose, you little wench, will skin you alive. I'm not afraid of you. Try to hit him in the jaw, but miss your punch. Maya is a lady in waiting, not a fighter. The man grabs your wrist. See your reflection in the blade of the cleaver. There's no way out. This foray into the life of the Syrian peasantry has been a short one. Rough metallic clang rattles the stable. Something very heavy is coming your way at terrifying speed. Nice job censoring the wall. Cleaver, raised for a strike, falls from the man's hand as he screams. Assailed by a whirlwind of fangs, fur, and metal, having emerged from the gloom, the Cyber Mastiff does not give the stable hand even a single chance. Ripping out a part of his spine, the beast spits out the corpse and looks up at you. Good boy. Notice the dent in one of the Cyber Mastiff's implants. He's taken a beating. It's hard to say whether he received this injury at the same time of your capture or during his escape from the castle. Vito stares at you for a while, and barks and turns to scan the area. He is clearly waiting for orders. 90%? Come on, you gotta figure that out. Zermesh listens only to its RPT's master, but now Vito is here. It's following you through the trapdoor, which must mean that his master is dead. Can I open my character? Well, I want to see... Like, I've got 254 coercion. Which scales off my... I don't know what it scales off of. My... is it my fellowship? Yeah, I've got 30 fellowship, but... whatever. Okay, well, it's fine. Let's see, is there anything around? I don't think so. Alright. Or... I see. Okay. You just didn't want to follow me the first time. Okay, it's One Eye. I remember him. Local inhabitants coming down the slope look hostile in the extreme. By a list of them as missing an eye. Make sure to keep his remaining one fixed on you. Hey, Poppet, where'd you get that dress? And my coercion's still insane. Okay. You know, my bride-to-be would love to wear a dress like that on her wedding day. Would you lend it to her? One-eyed bandit glances at your dirty yet expensive clothes. Something tells you that people would gladly peel the dress off you, right along with your skin. I'm not afraid of you. Something in your gaze causes the bandit's smile to disappear. One of them whispers something to the leader. One-eyed man clicks his tongue to mask his trepidation. Rock shit. Off with you. Putting down palace brats is more mess than it's worth. Bandits let you pass, having seemingly lost all interest. Yeah, you better run. Me and my 10 strength kick your ass any day of the week. Is there anything around to grab? I don't think so. Hey, it's you. Stay safe, dears. Remember things to his graciousness. I'll never forget. Good heart? Yeah. Muscles. Similar to the ones used in the enormous elevator in City Square. This one, however, is completely rusted through with age. Alright, I think we go this way. Nice, a Nelson. Sucks to be you. Way to take this up. Block your powdered face, super girl. What if it fell on someone's head? Then I get an achievement. That's what happens. Spent the whole day hooking up that thing. Now we've got to do it all over again. Get out of here before you break anything else. Mive's having a better time in my body. Don't worry, I'm on my way out. Is there something else to grab? Doesn't seem to be. Let's read this. Catch sunk in Malodorous mud, the horses. Okay. Bad place to be. What's it? Probably gonna run into Abelard and the gang soon enough, right? I thought they would stop me, honestly. Where am I going? What am I doing? Find my body. I see. That was the ultimate goal. I know. But I don't have any other things, like find my party, or whatever. Am I upset you? Hold on, I'll get it. Yeah, I think I'm of mediocre standing among the populace. Even as low as I am now. 10 strength. Working all game, get really high strength. Now I'm all the way down at 10 again. Can't even lift a pitchfork. Several commoners are talking in a loud whisper. Taking no notice of you, a bald man with a bowl cut is gesturing energetically. His back turned towards you. Never thought a thing like this happened in my time. The celestial lord has paid us a visit. Say he's descended from the sky on a great bird of iron and stepped out of its belly clad in golden armor. And you saw him were blinded by the splendor. It's his anointed for you. Rubbish, heard that tale before, and only an idiot would believe it. He's a nobleman like any other, just the more important one. Treats everyone like dirt and pushes people around worse than any of our own nobles do. That's the way it is, isn't it? God's Emperor's will, that's their It's the God Emperor's will. Their place be at the top, and their ours in the dust. That's how the Ward works. Next thing you know, that Celestial Ward will make this whole place his own. A bellied man runs a finger under his nose, leaving a clean patch on his grimy face. Oh, I wish it was like you said. Someone tells me bad things are coming now that he's here for the new Celestial Ward. Wait, look, that's Maeve over there. She's served the Celestial Lord herself. She can tell us all about it. Hey, Maeve. Oh, I may know a thing or two about him. People's eyes light up with curiosity at your words. They hurriedly gather around you, ready to hear something extraordinary. Persuasion 5. Oh, damn it. Heard that when the bluff courtful handed him the key to Thessera, the Celestial Lord didn't so much as touch the gift. He ordered a servant to take it, shuns the rabble, same as any nobleman would. That's what happened, wasn't it, Maeve? The servant puts his hands on his hips and looks down at you with condescension. I'm gonna try to get this 1 in 20 shot. The governor's gift wasn't to his liking, and Roldo was punished severely for it. Now, every time the Celestial Lord hands so much as looks at him, he quivers, and his teeth chatter so badly he can use his jaw as a hammer. Finally, someone our rich folks are afraid of. Come on, I figured it was worth it to try. People will exchange anxious whispers. One of them shakes his head doubtfully as he steals glances in your direction. Told you, it's not just any Celestial Ward, but one of the God Emperor's anointed, a benefactor. Quiet, will you? Let Maeve speak. Still 5%. Ah, dang. Let me use coercion instead. Servant gestures at the others to come closer and says in a conspiratorial whisper, Celestial Ward is a monster. Didn't listen to me, but I'll prove it. And Maeve will confirm it. Heard about the Beaten disaster? Well, I started looking for the culprits and found 2 so-called suspects. Celestial Lord just had them both thrown into the furnace. For his amusement. Am I right, Maeve? It was only right, justice had to be served, but then generously compensated the families for all who had lost their providers. Now they don't have to lift a finger for the rest of their lives. Trio exchange doubtful glances. The commoners catches your eye and smiles awkwardly. Says your lord is honorable and righteous, naysayers envy him, so they want to drag his name through the mud. All they do is prove me right. Wish I could get a closer look just for a moment. Just one look is all I ask. It's all silent for a while, each lost in their own thoughts. Maeve, get closer to him than anyone else here. How'd he treat you? Yeah, Maeve, tell us, what's it like to be around one of the God Emperor's anointed? Still 5%, come on. If it'd been me there, no, I couldn't have said a word in his presence. You never know what to expect from someone of such rank. For all you know, you say the wrong thing and he has your tongue ripped out. Roasted, served to you on a plate. What's that look for? It's happened before, I wouldn't lie. Celestial Lord is like the God Emperor. Wherever he sets foot, people are dumbstruck. He outshone me so completely, never even spared me a glance. I was hoping one of these would get it right. Commoners mumble something, disbelief clear on their faces. Just a quick glance, just to walk on the same ground he stepped on. If we had rulers like that, we could all breathe more freely. Why can't they take mercy on their new custom? Why can't they make mercy their new custom, instead of wearing those sewed-on faces? Have you heard about Lord Grimley's new wife? Buckling servant has the other two's attention now. They went closer, losing interest in the previous topic, and can no longer hear a word they're saying. It would appear the trio's completely forgotten about you. Surely it was hard-coded to be... Well, not hard-coded, but you're supposed to not be 100% there, right? It's supposed to be 5%. Because I assume your stats are fixed, because... I mean, who knows? I have 254 coercion. Whatever. Anyone else want to stop me? Anyone at all? Can you get over it? Back here then. Oh hey, it's the lads. I knew we'd find you. Surely you recognize your dear rogue traitor, even with a completely different face and name and personality. Voxing your companion's hand, speaking in your own voice. There's no need for concern. The proctor and I are in the middle of examining the documents together with the governor. We'll be back as soon as we are done here. A click indicating the other side has cut the connection. Nevillard furrows his brow. What he just heard does not sit well with the old officer. Oh, I feel uneasy, even though the Lord Captain did report that everything's fine. Something about his voice wasn't quite right. Then again, the proctor is there, so... Activating standby mode. Pascal emits a quiet hum as he begins with the inherent prayer. Every moment spent away from the demand is another defeat for me. As soon as you approach, everyone's attention shifts for you. For now, the reaction feels closer to pent-up irritation than outright hostility. Rejoice, one and all, for rogue traitor Von Valancius has returned to you. Pompous decoration silences the group momentarily, and they stare at you in utter bewilderment. Someone lets out an awkward chuckle, probably Cass. My dear, are you not the one assigned to watch over the rogue trader? Cassie frowns, covering him off the hand. His colors, it's as though they have been copied from those I usually see around the rogue trader. Perish in the course of the period. I see. Nevillard, present me to my retinue. That tone. Central looks at you from head to toe in amazement, but you can see that he's still unsure. Oh man. I have fallen victim to profane sorcery. I need my body back. Do not weep, child. I will cut your thread quickly and painlessly before your soul succumbs to corruption. I am Sigmund von Valancius, heir to Theodora von Valancius, who perished in the course of Kunrag Wojtymyr's treachery. What else must I dredge up from my past to make you believe me? I could have memorized a few facts from the road captain's biography. We're playing guessing games now. I've got the dog. This statement is potentially true. Some master protocols are difficult to breach and override, much less in a primitive culture such as this. Anything could cause Solomon to be parted from his faithful dog. It would be a threat to our Lord Captain. We need to get upstairs. Just trust me on this. You will find the rogue trader at the top. Well, you'll find his body. Just tell the shuttle pilot to take us there. He won't listen to me. Suggestions to stop puzzling over your identity. Start acting seems to have had an effect. At least no one's arguing with you anymore. Immediate loading screen. Clearly body swapping isn't unheard of in this world, considering it's happened here. When the dust clears, you see the familiar hall. Shadows, just whose eyes, sparkle with malice as they meet yours. Behind them stands a cage in which you, rather your body, is sitting. Your face is awash with tears, your lip is split. Now Vox lies next to you. In another cage, the side stands Solomon glaring through the bars of the true governor of Thessera. On seeing you and Glato, Proctor straightens. Seems he was just waiting for your return. Without taking his intense gaze off you, he gives you a slow nod. He is ready to fight. But how did you... The elevator. Damn it, why'd you have to make all this commotion? Why couldn't you just sit in a cage, out of the way, and wait for the ritual to be completed? Bull looks back at the altar. Tavris, move! Cypress' cracked skin seems ready to crumble to dust. Oh, right, love you up. But it's... I'm still messing up the word. Thessertium eyes burn with an otherworldly fire. The ritual is nearly complete, my lord. The altar of change is ready to irrevocably switch the threads of fate. Lovely weather, is it not? Frodo casts a furtive glance out the window and lets out a hesitant. Should do a little decorum, my celestial guest. It's a little late for that. Metal cage. Amidst a piteous creak as Solomon slams his entire weight against the bars. Nice. That didn't look like your entire weight, but if it works, it works. Hopefully that didn't permanently fix it. Triggle to open your eyes. Oh, I'm back. No, I'm not. Because once again taking shape, you realize that you are staring at your own palms. From your own eye sockets, you move a hand. This muscle responds gratefully, filling with warmth. The others watch you with a mixture of hope and dismay. I don't know what that is. Maeve. Okay, I am back. Maeve, the real Maeve, looks at you through watering eyes. Myself again. It was so... She lets the strength for anything more, and her body collapses to the ground. Well done, Solomon. How'd you know that would work? I know exactly what you're gonna say. I didn't. Exactly. I know you so well. But the heretics are so obsessed with this Olympus stone, I figured their sorcery would be ruined without it. Why'd you not get out of the cage earlier, though? I didn't. I doubt it. Loosening the cage's fastening without being noticed proved to be quite difficult. Besides, you and Glado there, the outcome would have been too unpredictable. And I had no room for error, but there was one thing I knew for sure. The implants of mine were exchanging data logs, which meant you are alive, so I waited. Surrender now and confess everything, Governor. Perhaps then I'll convince Solomon to kill you swiftly. I don't know, Rogue Trader. My finger might twitch, and Glado thinks... Glado will think it's an order to spill his guts. Glodo's loud cackling. Is that what it was? I thought it was a weird... Okay, I guess this is Roldo. Glodo's loud cackling reverberates around the hall, creating 1,000 echoes. Sculptor, you may begin! Achieve victory, hell yeah. My lord's destiny's already set in stone. As long as I live, you cannot... Okay. I think I'm afraid of some statues, dude.
Oh, what a glorious spectacle of your demise.
Alright, what is this?
Let the blood flow.
For each stack of this effect, he gains plus 25. Okay, so all I have to do is kill one of them, and then you die. That's how it works. Yes, I can't help but notice that these guys are made of rock. If only there was some sort of weapon specifically meant for rocks, you know? You're screwed, dude. Alright, let's move forward here. Cass, you can be here. Cabela, you'll go this way. Solomon, you're there, which is pretty good. We'll move you a little further back. You're the shotgun class. And Plato, he'll be your frontliner. He's supposed to have like 5 times that HP, but whatever. I didn't move Abelard yet. Abelard can move this way. Sig, you're fine right where you are. How close are you? And when do you show up? No, you're gonna be dead by your turn. All Sig needs to do is get 1 attack in on you, even if you take 75% less damage. First off, give everyone... You can't give everyone the buff, but that's fine. Let's, Cass can probably... Maybe even kill 2 of these guys. Probably not, actually.
Running binaric override.
You're gonna die first. Let's put the rear...
My vow is to serve.
right here. Front line.
Request approved.
Put kill zone
Spectral prognosis is favorable.
on both of these.
The
Yep.
Messiah comprehends all.
But Grid Sickle of the Moon, will you grant me one last boon? Shadow's first, fair and true. Death is coming after you. What did that do? Oh, he gained an extra turn. Which one was that, I think, that happened? I'll switch the dealt damage to bluff. Oh, okay. What did he do, though? Did he just... Okay, sure. Yeah, whatever, dude. You can have all the extra turns you want. You're not getting any of them. Gave up you just in case. Ow.
This way!
Ow.
Pain soothes my soul.
Alright. Let's buff.
Isn't
Sig.
this a job for the serfs?
Just to be sure, I can... Man, that doesn't hurt you very much, does it? Kinda thought it would. Huh. Like, no matter. Let's do one of these. That doesn't really matter which one of these die.
Me? If you witness the fury of House Orcelio.
Can it hurt me? What a pity. I guess fate's not on your side. I don't know what you did, but I don't care.
I'm not
Sig.
accustomed to being ordered around.
If you would, give yourself some free
Schemes
stats.
within schemes.
Go here. And do a reckless.
Shattered foes in my wake.
Wrong button. Kill this guy.
A predictable downfall.
I hope you realize what this means, my good sir.
A genius at work.
Actually, I should do this as well. Because Veil Degradation's so bad.
What if?
Sorry, I would have just died already. Is that so difficult? You know what? Probably.
Behold my artistry!
Actually.
Let's see.
Oh, you better hope that you can last more than
A wicked thought.
5 attacks.
You are marked for demise.
Somehow I doubt it.
A genius at work. Ah, new
Death is a blessing.
And like I said, all it would take would kill one of the dudes. Let's move here. Kill you.
A wicked thought. Ah, fate claims another one.
What buff did you get? Tissue explosion. Well, if anyone should take that damage, it'd be our boy.
Schemes within schemes. Ah, another one is shattered.
That actually took a lot of damage. I didn't expect that. Alright, your turn.
Through the smoke and gunfire. A predictable downfall.
And now I can't do anything else. Let's move right here so that you'll have to get an opportunity attack to do anything. Using my infinite movement. Or can I? Can I move at all more? Ah,
Do not dare ask.
I could have killed everyone. Well, I probably couldn't have actually. Give Solomon
In the
turn.
name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
Who all is still around? Take him.
Glato, we're undertaking this task.
Nice. Where's everyone else? All the way over there. Behind us, basically. Yeah, behind us, and then over where Sig is.
The guilty will fall.
How much movement do you have? Enough? Not enough. That's okay. I wonder. Can I shotgun everyone over there? Not really. I can shotgun you.
It won't take long.
What's that do again? Oh right, 60 hitting, holy shit. Okay, so he's dead. Let's move here. Then maybe I can shotgun everybody.
You've got a job to do, Glato.
Kablam.
Eliminated.
That guy survived.
Understood.
God damn it. You gotta go down, that's how it
The
works.
order is clear, one less.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah, that guy's done, so we don't have to do anything else. Cass, you're done. Sig, you are... I actually don't know if you have infinite moves now. Infinite attacks, I should say. Doesn't matter. This guy is
What
done,
if-
so once he dodges... Nope, you're done.
The rat another one is shattered.
Then I can move here. Charge
The
you.
storm approaches. How intriguing. Fate claims another one.
Kind of wanted to move there first. And then we kill you.
War is my muse. Unpredictable.
And then this guy is basically dead because he can't do anything. I probably should have taken the thing that makes this do damage. Because then it's basically just another attack. Why do they still have that? Weird. Alright, you're done. Oh, he, okay. You were supposed to take damage. That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
I will do my reduced to dust.
2 people left. Being you. And this guy. So,
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
we'll do this.
One fewer target.
I could use daring and kill the other guy, but Solomorn's right there.
I'll take it as a priority.
There we go. The ensuing silence, a gurgling snicker becomes clearly audible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your guest is 2 alive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start the gutting, start the fun. Ugly shambles at his ruler's face dissolves into a semblance of a smile. With your inane mutterings, you may open your mouth when you are asked a question. Your answer had better be honest and to the point, or I swear by the Lex. It'll make you speak, or rather whatever remains of you after I finish preparing you for the interrogation. Are there any other victims? I survived? No. I didn't think about the dead. Didn't count the dead. The ritual is a complex one to perform, so it took Tavros gave me a long time to calibrate it. And you were the one it worked on. Think of all the possibilities opened up. Using the altar changed, could work my way up to a Lord of Terra. What are you talking about? The very suggestion. The Raptor's voice resounds fury. Skilly fingers dig into Glato's collar. You sick degenerate. As my father used to say, "You've come a long way, keep going." I'm a dead man as it is, so I might as well dream a little. So what is this Thestardium? This wretched little world had nothing worthy of attention, save poor Thestardium. When I started having dreams about it and about changing bodies, I thought I was going insane. I shared this with my sculptor, the now late Tavrisk. He helped me to understand the essence of the mineral. Experiments and studies followed. Mostly cared about Tavrisk. Don't have his gift, but oh, the things I could do if I were a sorcerer. In the end, he realized Thestardium was potent psi focus. After 1,000 cursed attempts and a combination of powers, energies, and sacrificial victims, Tavrisk managed to create his finest sculpture from it, the Altar of Change, magnificent artifact, door to eternity. No more limitations imposed by our mortal bodies, no ailments, no injuries. Your flesh is worn, just swap it out for new flesh. Don't like your lot in life, choose from 1,000 others. No longer just a dream, but its most perfect realization. Immortality in stone. So what was the point of a whole, pretending to be a dumbass? The governor attracts too much attention, and I wanted my hands to stay untied, so I offered my court fool a fair bargain. He would become me, ruling the planet, living the good life, getting whatever he wanted, while I would be out there, flying toward the stars, traded faces, clothes, lives. Because I had gotten the local nobles into the habit of sewing other people's mugs on their heads, the switch went unnoticed. But the switch was only the first part of the deal. Naturally, I didn't mention the second part, the removal of witnesses. Someone is going to turn against you the moment there's a knife at his beloved. If someone is going to turn against you the moment there's a knife at his beloved sister's throat, you can't afford to keep him alive. Rudo casts a hateful glance in Hive's direction. So what was your endgame? The plan was simple and elegant. Thessia starts underpaying his tithe, the Herbs swallow the bait, and send their messengers here. That's when I spring my trap, change it to the body of the arbitrator, or proctor who lands here, pack up the altar, board the RPD ship, and wave goodbye to this ball of dirt swinging in the void. For a traitor would have been better, but greed has a way of spoiling a good game of regicide. Alright. Plan has not changed. Dil Rodo. The Undying One has whispered your name, and the execution of his will is nigh. Of course, this game involved one key piece, the embodiment of freedom of choice, my magnificent altar. So much accumulated potential from years of experimentation. It is damaged, but still beckons, waiting to be used. Rodo looks at you with an eye in the eye with a caustic smile. I advise you to keep it safe. You must have many thousands of lions. It will claim if something happens to it, unleashing all that power. Did you think your patrons would protect you? UMass calculated. There is only one person their gaze is turned toward. I will dedicate this desk to them. Rodo's eyes widen with terror, drops of sweat run down his pathetically shaking chin. He could drink his fear and despair like rich wine. A moment later, blood gushes from the governor's absurdly gaping mouth, gurgling and bubbling as it splashes into the stone. As far as the back of your mind's velvety darkness, a voice cackles briefly. This please, it is Satan. Sauron looks at you intently. An interesting verdict, rogue trader. Nevertheless, the criminal has been punished, and that is all that matters now. Milo opens her eyes and immediately jumps to her feet at the sight of the bloody corpse. She clenches her hands on her chest, and her eyes swell up. You realize that the other guy who got eaten by the weird cat guys was your actual brother, right? And nods meekly, a single tear runs down her cheek, her voice hollow when she speaks. You're right, he was the one who doomed him. Found anything, Solomon? Yes, the data slate with the shipment chronicle that they spent so much time vainly searching for. According to the records, the time period is 1 Terran decade, and the quota is prescribed is 1,000 cargo units. Governor withheld 100 units from each of the 5 most recent shipments. That means this world has no actual difficulty regularly supplying this tribute. You can consider that matter settled. Deciding what to do with the Thesterium is far more important. It is a resource we cannot afford to ignore. Solomon looks you straight in the eye. I propose destroying all the Thesterium already mined, as well as its deposits. The probability that the material itself is a source of corruption is too high. It would take years of research by the Adeptus Astra Telepathica to prove it is safe for the souls of the Sanctioned. Years that the Cronus does not have, even if the local Adeptus had funds to spare. Allowing an abomination like that to exist is against the Lex. For assessing the degree of Thasira's corruption and deciding its fate, the law prescribes leaving this to the judgment of the world's owners. That is, the administrative. Dare I remind you, Lord Captain, that no one besides you has any knowledge of this mineral's properties. If it is left here, no one will find out. What a crafty way to paint me as a mindless henchman. Let me also remind you that I report directly to the Marshal. My reports are thorough. Probably pick a dogmatic option. Yeah, we'll do it your way. Thank you, Trader, but this is the right choice. My Celestial Lord, what am I to do now? You are an accomplice to the heretics, and you have been touched by a sorcerer's blight. In your position, I would beg for a swift execution. There's no hatred in Solomon's words, only total conviction about their truth. What can you do? I can brew recaf, I can do sweets with a foam of cream, or strong special spices. I can dance, sing, carry scrolls and tablets. Join the ranks of the ship servers. No, that's no. You can be governor now. Please, not me. Anyone but me. Who would listen to a court upstart who used to be a chamber pot maid? My blushes profusely as she realizes she has said too much. You're gonna do it anyway. As you wish, my Celestial Lord. This is a joke. I'm missing the punchline. If you are being serious, after what happened, the Administratum is going to take serious steps against the hotbed of perverse sorcery that this world has become. You want to begin envying your older brother his fate, Governor. Then Thasira's fate is decided, and there is no point in staying here any longer. Heretic mentioned that destroying the altar would risk death among the local population. Whether he was lying or trying to manipulate us is irrelevant. The abomination must be destroyed. As for any casualties, the Emperor will know his own. As you approach the damaged altar, you feel an unpleasant weakness. You hear from a faint ring in your ears. The smooth surface of stone is corroding from the wounds it has suffered. I mean, I gotta pick. It's just too fun to pick the vertical option. Let's take a piece of it. As you lean over the shards, the ringing in your ears intensifies for a moment. A quiet voice promises you strength and power, asks you to save it from oblivion, and you graciously fulfill its request. Once the largest of the shards is in your hands, you fall silent, pacified. You're interrupted by an anxious voice from the box. What captain do you read? Shuttle pilot reported the rescue operation. Forcers are on their way. What is your status? Are you alive? Come in. I am alive indeed. Copy, what captain? Ah! What was that? Alright, whatever. Someone tell me what this is.
This failure shall not define me.
Gosh damn. What are you? Not good. What are you? Not so. Surely one of these is good. You, if nothing else. You have something? It's a sniper rifle. No. No. Okay. I guess it's maybe a good sniper rifle. If you get it at the correct point in the game. But I don't have anyone that uses sniper rifles. The only person who uses guns in my party uses shotguns. Anyone else? Wrong button. How close am I to Dogmatic too? Probably should have picked Dogmatic again. Whatever. I'll probably get another choice eventually. It doesn't really matter. What are you? Figured anything around here? There could be more things to collect. But I'm not seeing it. To do with a scorched perfect guard. Maybe higher up, like above us on the roof. I don't know. Anyway, I think we're done. These guys are dead people, so I'm gonna collect them when I leave. So it's fine. I guess not. That's it. Okay. Well, we can go to Dargonus. Well, this might actually be the end of the DC. I don't know. Let me look up when the end of the DLC is, because I don't want to start stream again next time and immediately what's this DLC called? And immediately have to end it like half an hour in. Lex Imperialis. Lex. Just gonna kind of try not to spoil myself. I'm pretty good at that when it comes to Googling. It's a rogue. The main quests. Okay, so these are unique to the DLC. I was right. Observe the execution. That's forever ago. Then there's the feasts. It says fair trade, so I don't think I finished it. So if I have this right, there are an entire... I'm like halfway through the DLC. So that means I'm going to end stream here. We'll go to we'll fly over to Dargonus, actually. That way I don't have to do it at the start of next stream. Then once we get to Mundus Phalangius, I'll end stream. And we'll get to do a deadly encounter for the first time all stream, I think. We did a dangerous one, an orange one, but not a red one. We accidentally skipped a red one earlier. I think we only have 2 more levels before our max level.
What a glorious
nothing.
storm
Fear
this battle
nothing.
will be!
My vow is to serve. Quest approved.
Let's try to speedrun this. It doesn't really matter how we do this. Let's move here so I know where I am.
Let's see.
Stop yourself. Show me your
A
weakness.
wicked thought. Fate claims another one.
Move over
A
this way.
genius at work.
That
A
close.
wicked thought.
Probably don't need to do anything else. But it's sworn enemy anyway.
Schemes within schemes.
No.
A wicked thought. A predictable downfall.
Let's move it this
A
way.
genius at work.
Stab you a bit.
What if? Fate claims another one. A maelstrom of madness.
Move here. Stab you.
Step by step, I lead. Another one is shattered.
It'd be nice if I could redirect some of the attacks. Like, I wasted 2 hits on that guy.
A predictable
It'd be nice if I could just
downfall.
stun 1 AP kill there. No matter. Move over here. You get to die.
Through the smoke and gunfire. Fate claims another one. Schemes within
This guy
schemes.
allegedly doesn't die when I hit him.
Another
What a
one is
funny-
shattered. A predictable downfall.
Your turn.
A wicked thought. Another one is shattered.
We'll move here. So they
Shattered foes
either
in
have to
my
attack
wake.
me or get opportunity attacks. I didn't realize there were 2 guys up there. Solomon, I'm gonna have you here, and then you can shotgun both of these guys at once.
Understood.
And now they die. 54. Or, oh man. Wait a second. Ah. I said sick 'em.
Let's test our skills, Galato. Accepted.
Can I not get both? Okay, whatever.
The order
Let's
is
do
clear.
that. You have a shield, why don't you use it? Let's move here.
I will
Stab
leave
you.
footprints of scarlet.
And then I'll blade dance. Hopefully kill you. Yep.
I've handed out executions for less.
Sorry. Worth it though.
The shadows will see it done.
A little bit of extra movement. Death from above.
I bring
Hopefully I don't attack
mercy
Glado.
and retribution. I shall not fail.
Ah, come on. Whatever. Yes, I would like you to move over here. You Can't blast those guys? Come on. What if you move here? Really? Then I want you to move here. Then blast everyone here.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Try to die with grace, at least.
Do it again.
I am a navigator as duty demands. If only that were possible.
What do you mean, no line of sight? I was banking on there being line of sight. Whatever. Give, it's all...
That is foolishness.
Gosh, okay, fine. Abelard, where is your movement? Why do you have 3 movement? Why must you do this to me?
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Victory is imminent.
I didn't realize that was us. Okay, whatever.
It will be done.
Reckless.
At your beck and call. We'll rule the stars themselves.
You still have so little movement. Why?
A
Kill this
tactically
guy.
sound approach.
Predictable downfall.
Why can't you move back? Whatever, it's fine. Scream at everyone.
Indeed. I will do my duty.
Now move here. Smack both these
For
guys.
my lead.
And Sig. Worth it. Kill this guy.
I took care of this one.
Another one is shattered.
Alright.
Reading damage to bulk.
You're fine. Everything's okay. Now go here. Everything's okay. Now go here. Everything is okay. Alright, now I am going to end the stream here. We will go to Dargonis next stream. We'll continue the DLC. There's probably like 2 more streams worth. I'll be back again tomorrow, Wednesday, same time, noon central. Well, not same time, like 5 minutes earlier, because I was a little late today. No matter. Hope to see you then. Have a good rest of your day.